Testing. And hello, and welcome to the Meridian Falls D&D campaign, starring Vin Diesel. We got Vin Diesel this week. He's going to be in here. It's going to be sweet. What?
Yeah, hey, it's me. I don't know how to do Vin Diesel's voice.
I just got in. I'm just being told right now, we're not fast or furious enough. He's canceled. Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Last minute cancellation. Our guest star was gone in 60 seconds. That's a different movie.
That's not Nick Cage, I think. we do have Nick Cage though, but he's
yeah. I've had Nick Cage for a while. I just don't bother. I'd rather grow the stream, not lose everybody.
Basically three X's and then he left.
Maybe later, maybe later on.
Three. Yeah, exactly. You guys got it. Okay, so it's been basically 2 weeks since we've been back into the campaign because we had the Halloween special last week. So I'll let you guys introduce yourselves, and then I will go over the recap. We'll just do that. Okay, so first off, Ezekiel.
Hey, I'm Ezekiel. I play May Galeonadel. I'm a little elven girl from a little town, and I'm just kind of traveling with all these humans that are kind of tall, and we're traveling through elf territory. So yeah.
Sweet. And I realized after I said that, I should have announced you as your character name. Anyways, I'm going to do that forward. Blanford?
Hi, I'm Fallstar. I'm playing Blandford Knitfable. Sometimes it goes Zosimus. Hornswaller. I probably have a few other names I haven't gotten around to. It's a thing I do from time to time.
Yeah, you guys are going to have a long rest soon. We'll see what comes out of that. Next up, we have Fjorn.
I'm Imberg. I play Fjorn Ledbrock, the barbarian. Had to think for a second.
Good, getting in character.
Yeah, had to stop and think about being a barbarian. And lastly, we have Oris.
Hi, I'm Tuber Tugger. I'm the DM. I wear fancy ties and make funny voices.
Beautiful.
What?
I'm actually Oris, and I play a monk, and I don't do any of the things I just said before.
Why not? You should. That'd be good.
Fine.
I thought you were Vin Diesel. I know one of you can do a bad Russian accent from an experience we had many streams ago, so...
Please do that, Ezekiel.
Do May with the Russian. I don't know if I can do a little girl Russian.
No,
yeah,
Rim.
do a little girl Russian, yeah. Try to figure it out.
No, make Rim Russian.
Wait, you guys aren't all already wearing ties?
Is this what lots of awesome girls sound like?
No, Rim.
Oh yeah, you could do Rim.
Rim doesn't sound that much different than her. He's like the same age, and he's also an elf, and he's just a little boy.
Yeah, there's no personality difference. They both are Ezekiel.
I'm just waiting for Rim to, like, off-screen get, like, super beat up by some people, and he can be more scarred and jaded, because otherwise they're very similar.
Because they're orphans. They're orphans. They've lived hard lives.
Well,
he lived.
And she.
Does it not count if he was in the Shadowfell for like a week, getting his psyche sucked out by some hags? Is that not bad enough?
That's part of it, but I mean, I feel like I didn't want to make him too depressed starting out.
Oh, I see.
Get beat down.
Well, maybe he's being beat up at the academy right now. We'll see.
Maybe
he gets in a... I'll roll some dice and we'll see. And maybe he gets in like a scuffle and defends himself. Gets like beat up by like 3 guys, right? And then he defends himself and accidentally kills one of them and gets kicked out of the academy. Yeah.
Should I just make that up whenever we get back? Be like, hey guys, kill somebody. What's up?
Yeah, or there's like a live fire training, and he tells the person to take their helmet off, and then they get shot by friendly fire by accident, and they die, and then he feels really bad, and he's gonna leave to go back home, but then his hometown gets smashed by a giant meteor thrown by alien bugs, and then he goes to war.
And he's like, oh my god, it was called Boulder for a reason. You can do that totally if you off screen want to do some really messed up shit.
We'll see. I hadn't really thought about it until you mentioned it, but you know, DMs be crazy. So
just is because I'm like I keep on being like maybe I should just have him keep training because I need him to be our level. Also, I don't know how to differentiate him from May too much right now.
Well, if we're ready, I noticed one of you isn't in Roll20. It's not a big deal. I just thought I would mention it.
Oh, yeah. That's why I forgot to grab.
But we do, I'll do a quick recap. You guys are at the Crackleforge. It was, I have a feeling we're going to solve this puzzle very quickly because you guys had 2 weeks to meta think about it. But basically, they were sent out of town. You guys were sent out of town to investigate something called the Crackleforge, which is this big energy dome. I think I ended up saying it was 100 feet. Did I say 2? No. I think I said 100 feet diameter, 300 across, and then you guys were like, that's radius, not diameter. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm an idiot. So, yeah, it's 300 feet diameter, so it's massive. And
feet radius.
Pardon?
So 100. It's a circle, right?
It's a dome, yeah. It's
So, yeah,
it's sort of a squat. Like if you pictured it going through the Earth, it'd be like a sphere that's kind of squat a bit, kind of
So-
squishy.
So we're thinking about a covered or a covered football stadium, not a true sphere.
Yeah, more like that. Yeah.
It's just like like a planet. A planet's technically aren't true spheres either.
Well, I think it's more squished than a planet would.
Planets are flat.
I figured
Relatively.
it was a planet. But I was just making the point.
Yeah. Of course, it's not a perfect sphere.
It's like if you take a dough ball and you squish it down a little bit, like you're about to make it into a cookie.
Either way, you guys are at this thing, and at the end of the last episode, you guys had a few attempts at trying to figure out how to get into it. Every time you did, you were encountered with incredible pain, but no damage, as you were forced to then leave. One of you, I believe, ran in.
Me.
And was immediately dropped by the complete body pain, and we dragged you out, but you took no damage. And I think I'm gonna be okay with you guys kind of metagaming this a little bit. I would like it if your characters kind of came to the conclusion in a more organic way, but yeah, I'm gonna leave it to you guys, and then I'm sure you guys will figure it out very quickly, and then we can get to some cool stuff. Also, sorry before to cut you off, other things to note that are happening around you over time, because you guys, I think it's later in the day. By the time you get back to town, it's probably going to be evening. You guys fought a bunch already, so you guys are kind of a little bit worn out, although you did handle yourselves very well up till now, so you guys are not too bad. I think you had some short rests, and most of you are at max. You also are waiting on what's his name? The Black Fang to return with some information for you. So that might come into play if you guys finish this, go back, have a long rest. He might return. So just other things to think about, or if people are watching and they manage to watch from this point till then, they won't be completely lost. They'll be like, hey, the DM mentioned that a while ago. But yeah, enough of me rambling. I'm going to leave it open to you guys as you are standing outside of this Crackleforge.
Okay, so what I'm thinking is, while Bjorn is standing here watching people get hurt, right, but not take any damage. He's kind of slow, so he finally comes to his senses that, wait, I got something in my pocket. Right, so I don't even know what it's called.
Meanwhile, while you're doing that, I'll just be like so it feels like we have to, because the thing is that we're not taking any damage from going inside of it or touching it, but it's just so freaking painful. Like, if there's some way we wouldn't, feel that, then I don't know. It's really confusing. I don't know what we could possibly use to do that.
I'm gonna try and shoot the decanter. I'm a geyser from the decanter of endless water at it, just to see what happens with that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the water goes. The water goes right through the barrier. The electrical crackling or whatever hits it a few times, but it just like splashes and yeah, there's a bunch of soaked grass now. You've essentially made a slip and slide.
It turns water weird and it starts screaming with pain.
Yeah, it's alive now. The water has come alive, and it will be eternally suffering.
Okay, I was just checking to see if it was going to turn into if it was going to electrocute me. That was what I was checking.
Nope, you don't feel any pain, even though the water would theoretically make a connection to you, but no, you're fine.
That was all I was checking.
And Fjorn from his pocket pulls
The ring of numbing.
Ring of Numbing. Yes, that old chestnut. What is it? Would you guys remember what it does exactly?
Temporary hit points.
Yeah, I think it's really weak in comparison to how strong you guys are now. It's like two extra temp hit points at the beginning of a day, and you don't feel pain. It seems kind of bad, but hey, look what happened.
It's like a minus to some.
Yeah, if you use your sense of, if you use your sense of touch.
Right.
Sorry, go ahead. You can explain it.
I have it wrote down here. It's you get a minus, or where do I have it wrote down? I did have it wrote down. Anyway,
Barbarian's
It means
still right.
perception with touch is lessened. You said.
Yeah, disadvantage if you do a perception check that involves touch because you don't have your sense of touch.
Who does perception checks with touch? Right. Like,
It never happens, so it's a very like obscure kind of wonky. It was, I believe, the first magic item I ever gave the party, and you guys actually got it off of a goblin that was stronger than all the other goblins, and you fought him, and like Fjorn like drove his axe into this guy and pulled it out, and he like looked at them like he had felt no pain, and then when they got this ring and had it identified, they were like, oh, that's why the goblin was, like insane because he couldn't feel Fjorn chopping him to pieces.
That's wow. That seems like it could be useful. I mean, maybe.
I think whoever's wearing it could just probably go right through the
For drinking contests.
What?
for barroom brawls.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know about a drinking contest. You're still gonna get drunk.
Maybe you feel anything. I guess it's just pain.
That just sounds like it emulates being drunk. I don't know if it.
I feel like it just emulates. You don't have to be.
You wear it in
to not feel
yeah,
pain.
you just wear it in the morning so your headache.
Oh yeah, no hangover. Ooh, thinking.
What are these kind of rings actually? I know some of them are called the rings of morphine.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to give that ring a try or pass it to one of your friends.
So we should use that.
Who can do Arcana?
May.
I can do. Okay. I don't know if I want to shove my handbag in there.
I can't remember. Are any of you exhausted? I feel like the answer is might
don't
be
think
yes.
so.
I can't remember.
I think we got rid of it finally.
Okay, I think you might have already dealt with it, so that's fine.
Yeah,
You guys
I
are
have
good.
I have the necklace now or something. I think.
Yeah, you have one fireball bead.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet. Okay. What's the plan?
Yeah, I guess I can do it then. Do I have to attune to it or something, or?
The attuning is for the advantage, the 2 hit points. So you can't pass it around and give each other temporary 2 hit points. That was the only reason I made it be attunable. But the numbness effect, you can just put it on and you'll get it, and take it off and you'll lose it.
All right, I'll put that on then.
You go numb. Almost feel a little bit naked.
What?
Can't feel your clothes, so you're like, oh.
Somebody slap me, not too hard, but somebody slap me. I want to see if I feel it.
I go, well, pop.
Okay. Luckily, Blamford has like no strength, so you will take no damage from it. But
No,
you feel it.
I cannot damage with a.
Actually, that felt like it was pretty. I don't know.
I cannot damage with a slap.
Yeah, I know, that's my point. I don't know. That's okay.
When was I gonna feel that anyway? It's hard to say, but yeah, you're definitely you definitely feel numb.
Okay, I guess May is gonna take a deep breath.
15 hit.
Turn over and turn towards the Crackleforge and square
0.
her little shoulders. And stick her hand inside of it, like up to her shoulder.
Yeah, definitely. And you do, and you see those like bolts striking your hand, but it feels no different than when your hand was outside the Crackleforge.
Oh, thank God.
I push her in. The rest of the way.
May slaps him. May slaps Lambert. I also have no strength, but
Yeah, you guys exchange 0 points of damage slaps. It's your egos that are truly bruised.
okay. I stumble in, or May stumbles in.
Yeah, you enter into the Crackleforge, and you
guys-
see those bolts hitting you, and you're like, your fear instinct kicks in for, like, you've been playing it up, and I agree with you. You feel it for a second, you're like, ah! And then you're like, oh, it's fine, I'm okay.
Yeah, like sort of flinches, and then she's like, woo! Like sticks her arms in the air and like,
Little dance!
I'm gonna turn back over and see if they can like hear me through it. Be like, hey, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
I look as if I have no idea what she's talking about.
What?
I mime as if like I get my hands over my hands over like what? Am I like
Orin, Oris, can you guys hear me?
I don't know, DM, can we hear him?
Yeah, you guys can
I
definitely.
mean, unless he says, I assume, yeah.
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, thank God. Okay. So I guess I'll take a look around. I'll go to the center, I guess, right? Because I don't know where else to go.
That's where like the origin of the bolts is coming from the center. You notice that after a while, after you being in it for long enough, they almost kind of start ignoring you instead of like all hitting you as something come in. They're ignoring you and just striking around again.
how far is she?
I don't know. How far do you want to wait?
I'm just gonna go to the center, so about basically 250 feet away.
Before she gets 60 feet away, I'm going to give her a bardic inspiration.
Sure. That's definitely. How long does that last? A minute?
10 minutes.
Oh, plenty of inspiration then. All right, cool. You have bardic inspiration as you hear the sounds of the horns being blown behind you.
Okay, May does a walking away peace sign in the air.
Nice.
And keeps going. All right. Before she gets to the center, she's just gonna mutter to herself, "If I don't learn witch bolt from this."
There needs to be a tree struck, right? Is that the way it works?
Oh, I don't know. I was just thinking like what spell, but she doesn't have it. She doesn't have any really lightning-based things. So yeah, do I find anything?
Yeah.
Now?
So as you start moving towards the center, and the bolts that were kind of blurring your vision are not hitting you as much anymore. You can kind of see a bit further, and as you start getting closer, I'm going to say maybe about 50 feet out, you notice at the very center of this thing, it's grass everywhere, but there's like kind of like a podium, if you will, raised up about to waist height, and then on there is some kind of a book, if you will, and the bolts are the book is opened, and the bolts are like firing out of this book.
Okay. I'll get closer. I'm gonna be a little bit slower in case it does start causing pain, like a defense mechanism. I want to reach my hand out like over the pages.
Sure, yeah. You get to about the 5 foot. You get like right up to it, and you look down at the pages, and you see it's written. I guess you would understand Elvish, so it is written in Elvish. You suspect that it's possible that whoever planted this Crackleforge, deterrent, may have been Elvish, maybe, because that's the language that the spell or book or enchantment or whatever it is. I can't remember. I feel like. Oh, right. You used detect magic, but then you couldn't see because everything was magic. So I'm gonna say at this point you don't have detect. I won't give you any detect magic-y information. Not that you really should, because again, the whole forge is gonna light up and you'll have trouble seeing much anything.
Yeah, I'm curious. I mean, I think I figure most of it's magic. Anyways, I mean,
Yeah.
Type of magic though. Is there some way? This might be so insane, but is there some way of possibly being able to determine, based on the writing and stuff, because I think I've got like calligrapher's tools. I'm just curious if there's a way, because it's obviously Elvish, but is there a way to figure out maybe what kind of elves? Like if there's books that I've read that are written by like 8 elves versus like high elves or something like that.
Sure. I don't know if, like, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if you've spent enough time in the languages to pick up on like strict differences, but we'll find out. And you may roll. I'm gonna say it's. This might seem strange, but I'm gonna say it's insight, because you're trying to like infer meaning from the words and how they speak, how they're written. So I'm gonna say it's an insight on the book. Also, I'm gonna assume while you're doing this, you're also doing a basic investigation on the podium in the book itself. So if you could give me an insight on the language and an investigation on the.
Oh, very correct.
Yeah, let me check what I have. Can I, since I do have calligraphers, can I add my, I'm sorry. can I add my proficiency also, or
Oh, do you not have? Oh, yeah, you wouldn't have insight.
it's just +1 for my insight?
Yeah.
But if I got
Yeah, I'll give you your proficiency. So that's another +3, right?
yeah,
Yeah, that makes
yes.
sense to me. You would your ability to understand languages and whatnot. Yeah.
Quill.
What?
Yeah, I'm not gonna give you the quill's advantage. I know the quill does apply to calligraphy things, but you're not really writing anything down. If you
what
wanted
is
to
the-
copy it, maybe then. But I mean, I'm gonna just let you copy it.
Does the quill? Yeah. Well, let me see what the quill even said. I don't think it says anything about.
It doesn't specify what kind of checks. It just says if with calligrapher's tools you get advantage.
Oh, okay, but I won't with this one. That's fine. At least +4 is better than +1. Okay, so let's see if I get anything. 12.
That's your investigation, okay, or that's your insight. Sorry, and then your investigation on the general podium.
Do you want me to roll investigation? I've got a 16, I think, for my passive. I will roll or no, 17 actually for my
I
passive.
think you're actively searching it though. I'll consider your 17. Don't worry about that. I'll definitely factor that into what you discover natively.
I will.
But let's just see a sweet investigation roll.
22.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's amazing.
I forgot I don't
Okay.
have advantage constantly anymore. This is amazing.
Yeah, you actually have good rolls. You're like skill checks. No, with that, when you're not exhausted, you're actually quite good at these things. So let's see. What do you get from the insight check? So you're like, okay, this is Elvish. As you're flipping through, I feel like I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna cause some of your party members to internally freak out a little bit. But in addition to the Elvish that you find in it, occasionally as you're flipping through, and you are flipping through the pages and touching them, but you can't feel the pages. You might even get a paper cut and you won't even know it. You're going through and you notice that you also catch the occasional symbol that you recognize that's matched some of the other symbology that you've seen before, from the rat woman, the coin that you've seen, the podium down in the well. I could spell it out for you, but I think you guys know what I'm saying by that. Also, as you're checking through the podium, you notice that there is some kind of compartment in the front of it that you feel would open, given like you don't see the way to open it necessarily, but you're like, oh, this is gonna pop open. You also, as you're turning pages, even though you can't feel like direct touch, you can still kind of feel the weight of things, and you feel like, just because you got a 22, that as you're turning the pages, things are like waiting and like, again, this is touching, so technically maybe I should have given you disadvantage, but whatever, I'm going to give it to you anyways. That something might happen if you were to close the book entirely.
Okay. What did you say? What was like the contents of the book besides the symbols?
The actual like verbiage, it's some kind of it does further explain the Crackleforge and the basic mechanics of a lot of the pages read the same thing, because since it's enchantment, it's just repetitive to like maintain the spell. It's a lot of ritual words and things to forever keep this Crackleforge here, and from what you can tell, it's to like protect this podium and keep people away from it. You're not quite sure why this podium was put here or why it's being protected, but has been meant to keep people away from here for some time. You get the impression that maybe some of the language speaks of it being maybe some kind of, out of spite, possibly, because it was originally impeding the trade routes and stuff at a time when it was first put down, and now it isn't. So as for like specific words, I don't have anything to give you.
Yeah. Okay. Is I guess so. I can't open the podium.
You try. You try. You feel like there's this like slot. Like you can see it's like slotted, and you're guessing it's maybe like spring loaded. You try like pushing on it, and you try like jiggling it, and it doesn't open for you. But you figure it'll slide out. It's maybe like a few inches deep. If you could figure out how to unlock it in some way, but you can't. You don't know how to do it.
I don't think I grabbed knock yet. Did I grab knock? I can't remember.
No, you used dispel magic to open up the book that you didn't have knock for.
Right.
You had knock in the Halloween special, I think, or someone did. Someone was casting knock.
Well, I will. I'll close this book.
Okay. So as you close the book, the bolts can no longer scream forth from the pages, and the book closes. It's weird when you close it. You try to close it like one way, but then it like stands up with its spine touching the podium, and the bolts fade away, and after a short time, the dome itself starts to like melt upwards, meeting at the center above you, and then a beam of energy, that purple like glassiness, comes down a gossamer string. It enters into the book, and then you feel it arc. Well, you don't feel it, but it arcs across your hand and into the ring that you're wearing. You feel that the power of the Crackleforge might possibly have done something to the ring, enhanced it, or changed it in some way. But everybody else is free to come in now because there's no dome.
Is the thing still unopenable, or?
You try and you don't quite feel it opening. You still, nothing seems to have changed with that, but the forge itself has.
I guess while they walk over, I'm gonna investigate the ring more. I don't know if I can see her.
Sure, yeah, you can definitely.
You have bardic inspiration still.
Normally it takes like a short rest to figure out the inner workings of a magic item, but this one's, you already know some stuff about it, so I'm gonna let you do like an Arcana check, and if you do well enough, I'll just tell you what happened.
Let's do it. Whoa,
And
okay.
add a what is it? A D8.
Oh, yeah, you can add a D8 if you want. If you want to add a D8 to that, you can, for the inspiration.
I rolled D8, the 23.
Sure.
It's gonna wear off anyways.
I'm not going to tell you if that passes or fails. Because you have to decide before I say.
Well, you have to use it before it wears off.
I mean,
okay. It's only been like a minute or two. I feel like you could keep it if you wanted.
I'm gonna hold on to it. I mean, 23 is pretty high. I mean, unless for some reason he decided it was like a 25 DC, then that seems like we're not supposed to find out anyway.
So, the ring has upgraded, if you will, to an official magic or homebrewed item that I have had readied on the wings, named the Ring of Numbness. You guys can take a look at it. I'm going to read out its description for anyone who's curious in stream.
I'm gonna look it up.
This ring grants the wearer extra max hit points equal to its level plus its con... Wait a second. Let me just double check. Yeah, that's right. Level plus con modifier, which is more than 2 for most people, while you're attuned to it. By speaking the word sting, the wearer can numb their own senses of touch. By doing so, they gain disadvantage on perception rolls requiring touch, as well as can't feel any pain. So now the numbness effect is command word controlled. You can say sting, or you can turn it off. I forget how. Did I mention how you turn it off?
Really...
Or you just say sting again, and it will come off. So you can turn this effect on and off while still maintaining the temporary hit point bonus. Also, you have the ability, and I think this is where it gets a little cool, you can touch another creature and use the command word other, and there's no saving throw, but they will have 1 minute of that numbness effect, and you can just do that to anyone you want.
Oh, shit.
So, So that's kind of the fun part, is that you have this like role play aspect tied to it. Who wants to use that ring or have that ring is up to you guys to discuss. I mean, it was originally in Fjorn's possession, but maybe he doesn't care that much. But then again, he has the most con, so it's up to you guys to kind of decide who gets the... I think it'll be like 7 or 8 hit points, considering you guys are level 5.
Can you guys get up to where I'm at? You guys are all coming in, right? Now that the dome's gone?
Yeah. We don't know that it's been improved.
The ring, no. Yeah. Oris just pokes at where the dome was with his quarterstaff, and then nothing happens. So he just.
Can I squirt water at it again and see that there's? Yeah, I'm gonna squirt water and see that there's no crackle.
Sure. I'm not gonna say you did geyser every time. You could do one of the other ones. It doesn't have to be a bazooka. You can just shoot some amount of water.
It's like geyser. It's fun.
All right, fine. You geyser, and there's 2 slip and slides now streaming from your body.
Yep. And there's no crackle.
There's no crackle. Yeah, you guys are good.
Oris, you could totally do a slip and slide on your feet.
Yeah, I don't have the liquid running thing yet.
Oh yeah, not yet.
Man, that'll be cool if one of you gets like shape water and can like
start surfing on their feet.
Yeah, you could like make a staircase of water and he could just like walk up it.
That's awesome.
Run up it.
So I'm assuming you guys are about here because I don't think I'm gonna do anything but look at this ring and figure it out for like 10 minutes or something. Oh, hey guys. Okay, good. You're here. So like I don't know what happened, but this ring when I finally shut it off, which I shut it off by closing this book right here, which is like standing up for some reason. There's something inside the podium. I don't know, but the ring, it got like some of the energy like went into it and stuff, and she like pulls it off like it's like hard to pull off or something. It's like. It's like better now or something. Like you can control the numbing and I feel like I'm healthier or something when I'm carrying it.
Yeah, you will have to attune to it, so you can't get the temporary hit points now. You'll have to wait until you have to decide tonight, and then whoever wakes up with it will have those hit points.
That makes sense. But yeah, essentially you guys get the gist of what it can do now.
Sick.
Oh. Okay.
Jordan looks at it like, what? Do you need little...
What? Sorry.
It's like that little ring does all that.
Oh yeah, it's magic. That's what magic. I'm also little and I can do magic. That's how magic works sometimes. Like if anybody wants it, I feel like I could do this, but Fjorn, you had it, so if you want it back, I'd understand.
Let me think about it.
So,
okay.
As you guys are doing this, I'm gonna throw something else at you guys too. Blanford, can you... Actually, you know what? I don't know who would have this. I'm gonna guess it's in the bag of holding, actually. So, this seems like a very May episode. I'm gonna be asking for rolls from May.
Oh.
I don't know how to do that though if it's in the bag of holding. You know what? I guess I can't do anything. You'll just I'll
want it in my pocket or something. I do take some of the stuff out, like the dice. Sometimes I'll hold it in my pocket.
So I'm gonna just say randomly Blanford had this on him just because it's easier to do it that way, and maybe he would have because he was the last one to really get any use out of it. The book, the Sylvan book that you guys found quite a while back that made the owl armor that Blanford is wearing, the spine of it starts writing, and it looks like it may have finished a new recipe. If you want to examine that,
May grabs out of his bag.
Of course, every once in a while I'll skim it and go, it's whatever. Who cares? And I'm skimming, and mine is looking over my shoulder, and before I've even gotten halfway through a page, she goes, "Mine."
What is it? What does it say? What does it say?
Well,
Mr. DM, what is it?
You don't know? So as you're reading this book, it seems like an enhancement to the owl armor that you already have. It looks like to make this new piece of magical gear, you will have to. I actually can't remember. Did I even bother making the owl armor? What did I call it? The owl skin? I don't even think I made an official.
I think it's.
I couldn't remember what you originally called it.
Yeah,
So
you just have it. Yeah, I think it's one of the few homebrew. I'll have to fix that, especially if you guys upgrade it. I'll make it an official item. I don't have it prepared because I forgot about it. But yeah, right now it gives you 2 spells and just acts as magical leather armor. Now, as you guys read through it, it looks like it's going to make it more powerful. It's going to make it better, and the ingredients you need for it, you're going to still need the same stuff you needed before, which you have, which is you need, what was it? 1 person with ritual casting and 1 person that can speak Sylvan, or a person who can do both, which you guys have. And then you need an hour to assemble the armor itself and the components, and another hour to perform the ritual to increase it. The ingredients you need include, you need the owl skin armor. You need a pair of studded leather armor. You need some alchemic oil, which is what you needed last time, and there just happened to be some there. So you're going to have to find a way to acquire that. And the last thing you need is the blood, the blood of a spectator.
I'm watching.
Okay.
So-
Can I do like a check to know what a spectator is, or does it explain it?
A spectator is an audience member, and I can get those very easily when I.
Someone's
perform.
just watching you perform. Yeah, sure. You can definitely. What do you want? You want to do history? Your history check? You can both do it if you want. Blanford and May can both do a history to see who knows more about spectators.
I will. I'll roll that haste array. I got a 23 again.
Wow, hot damn.
I got a 13.
You have proficiency in history?
Me? Yeah.
What a baller.
I mean,
I'm going to talk about how much I know about spectators as the people who are at sporting events, and how she really is so sheltered to not know about these things.
Yeah, as you're talking about that, May flips to the page where it has a visible picture of what a spectator is and shows you. It's it's the baby beholder type creatures. Actually, May, with that roll, you're aware that you feel that the dice. I mean, you guys know meta-wise that the dodgy dice have the potential to summon spectators to fight you. But you even make that connection as May, that possibly the power of the dice could help you acquire that blood that you need.
I'll do a weird I shake the head like, whoa! I just had an idea. Whoa! The dice. I think that they maybe have some way of getting that for us.
Turn it up to 11.
I don't know if we want to do anything with that right now, but that's certainly
An
certainly
option.
to do.
Well, do we have enough spells to take out a spectator?
I
Enough
don't
spells
want to
right,
do that
deal with
right
one
now.
right now.
Use the dice, and I don't want to.
Yeah,
Let's not.
let's take a long rest. Let's go to bed now and deal with a spectator in the morning.
Well, how about we get the stuff we need, the alchemical oil and things, and we can do the spectator blood later? Because that just seems like.
We have a glass vial at least.
Not to mention, even if these things, which we have no idea how easily it can summon a spectator, it's I'll just say a lot of things that get summoned, they don't always remain after dying. So we might not be able to get blood from these spectators, and there might be something later on. I'm just saying, don't get your hopes up. We don't really know, obviously, but I just,
It's rude of summon creatures to not stay around when you want them to.
I mean, they're usually like fake spirits and stuff, as far as I know. So it's not like they're actual animals.
Yes, but if you want to eat if you want to eat a chicken, you summon a chicken. It's rude of them to not stay around to stay in the oven. I mean,
I'm just full of abjuration. I don't know all this conjuration nonsense.
well, that was very wise of you to stay with something that's a very polite school.
Well, I wish I would have gone with something cool like evocation, so I can blow shit up, But
Yeah, so you're stuck with something that you learn to tell people no effectively, politely.
yeah, I guess it's mostly just because I wasn't gonna be able to leave town unless I could actually protect myself. So
You've learned how to tell people no, and that's very, very wise.
yeah, I guess I just needed to be able to put armor on without it weighing me down.
Intimidation.
I'm trying
What?
to intimidate
Who are you intimidating?
you guys.
Which one?
Into
Both of
what?
you.
Hey.
Go sit down and be quiet.
Do I have to roll intimidation back or something, or what?
I'm not actually sure how to do intimidation between. I guess you can do an insight to try to figure out how intimidating he is. Sure. I'll just say you compete against his insight. No proficiency this time, just the +1. Okay. Yeah, you find that.
Oh wait, I'm gonna use my bardic inspiration now.
Okay, yeah, I guess you can. So yeah, you find yourself not that. You find that he's as serious as he is. He's probably not gonna follow through with his threatening.
There's 2 bots in the thing.
There's 2 bots.
Yeah.
I'll get him.
Thank you.
Oh, I see. Too many
Mage
things.
freaking stares you down, feeling.
Can Oris roll perception for me, please?
Meanwhile, I'm going.
They laughs.
I see bots.
So you guys are, yeah, that was to see if you catch the bots. No, it was so while you guys are kind of busy doing this stuff, Oris is the only one. I imagine just out of personality would have kind of been stepped back from the group and kind of being his very poised watching self. So that's why I gave him the perception check here. Yeah, as this is going on, you kind of notice there's maybe 120 feet out from you guys. There's like a spot. You see a spot and it starts opening up, and you start recognizing it after a few seconds that this looks like one of those rifts that you've seen in the past that maybe potentially go to the Shadowfell. That's what you recognize them as, Oris.
So I guess I quickly say, "Hey guys, there's a portal.
Pay attention.
Something might come out of it."
Yeah.
Oh, I can see it from where we're at?
Yeah. If you guys all turn around and turn to where Oris is pointing, and by the time you guys are looking over there, it's a full person-sized rift that you're like the ones you saw at the witch's hovel and in the temple. And as you do, you see a man walk out of this rift, and after he does, the portal behind him, the rift closes.
Hey, Corin, how are you?
Wait, so was this within where the circle was?
Within the where the Crackleforge was, but far enough away from you guys that
Do I have?
you aren't in melee. Give me a sec, because I was preparing after doing the battle.
Okay,
The Monster Bash. I got a couple more images ready for you guys, so we can.
Oh, neato. I've still got mage armor. So Just gonna
It's up
getting
like 100 and something feet. Whatever.
just in case we get attacked.
Sorry, what do you already had mage armor? What did you say?
Just getting in combat stance in case.
Oh yeah, for sure. So he sees you guys there, sees you guys standing by the podium. He looks around and notices that the Crackleforge is down, I guess. I don't know. He's looking around, and it's possible he knew about it. And he seems angry, definitely angry, but he doesn't say anything. He just looks at you guys. I mean, you guys can. He's 100 and something feet away, so you guys aren't getting like the best view of what he looks at, like, mind you. But like his face looks angry, and as you get a better look at him, he's kind of like robe clad, possibly some kind of caster. You get that feel from him. He reminds you of the way May dresses, and he has a staff with him, and he kind of cracks it down on the ground one time. And you guys all now are like starting to worry and take like your combat stances. And in front of him, 3 more rifts open up. And out from the Shadowfell walk some enemies, some bad things, some scary stuff.
Is this guy an elf?
He is robe clad, and from this distance you cannot tell.
So we got like a hood or something.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant. I meant to say hood. I said
Okay.
I said cloak, but I meant like he has a hood over his head. So
Can we tell male or female?
male. You can kind of tell by his general physique that it is a man, a male elf, or not elf.
We get the impression of do we get a so we get the impression of this is a male build. We get the impression of, hey, this is a. I'm trying to get a visual.
Yeah. And then the thing about these rifts is these ones seem to be opening much larger than the rift you just saw. These are bigger rifts, which has kind of gotten you guys. Again, you guys are like taking a step. I'm okay with you guys. You can't get closer in this like couple of seconds, but you guys could shift your, if you want to reposition in that like 9x9 or 3x3. I mean, I should say. Like, if you want to put May in the back, you can. You guys can kind of be like Fjorn can be like, get out of the way, you idiots!
Maybe Blanford can get in the back.
And outstepping from these rifts, you see... Ogre zombie.
Ogre zombie.
Ogre zombie.
Oh.
And... Beholder zombie.
Oh boy!
So
come out of these rifts, and they're all large, which is why they take a 5x5. They take a 10x10 instead of 5x5 space.
I don't like this.
So this guy, excuse me, is did he sort of summon them, or they just came out of the rift?
You are pretty sure. Now these kinds of, again, you're not totally familiar with. You guys haven't witnessed anybody summon anything in the game that we've played so far. I don't think anybody's done any summoning of stuff. Sorry?
I just mean, how did you describe them?
But the rifts that looked very familiar to the ones, like I said, that you saw between the Shadowfell and the material plane. So you don't know if he summoned them from somewhere. I mean, I guess theoretically opening a rift and having something step through is a way of summoning, I guess. But he didn't like conjure them from another plane. You feel more like he had the ability to open passage between the Shadowfell and material plane, and they were waiting there to walk in, which I guess theoretically is how all summoning is done. Like if you think about demons and stuff, that's how they summon a demon, is they open to the 9 hells or the whatever. But I mean, yeah. So yes and no, I guess. However you want to read it.
I'm just gonna quietly whisper, I'm gonna need that staff.
Yeah, unless you guys have something in the next couple of seconds, I'm gonna have you guys roll initiative as these things come storming after you.
Okay,
I'm just
or
looking at what my spells available. I'm not happy with them at all.
Give at this guy and be like, hi, mister.
Yeah, he just looks mad. He just looks mad. He doesn't really talk. He just is. He just kind of like stoically stands there and lets his minions approach you.
Oh wait, actually I have something. Oh, I want to say something to Fjorn. You're right next to me, right?
Yeah, I'm right in front of it.
Okay, I'm gonna just say, should I open the book back up really quick?
Yeah, the podium's like, I don't know, over here-ish. It won't matter though.
Well, that's gonna cause. Could we handle the pain?
I don't know. I know that I'll be fine, but you guys, that might. I want to see if it affects them, but I don't want you guys to. But you guys also didn't take any damage, so if you think you guys can stand it for
Yeah. Bjorn can stand it.
if you guys.
Blanford's having PTSD.
Here's the thing, though, you could,
Get away now, so you probably can't even hear me.
if you see that it's too much for some of us, you could close it. Real
Yeah, I
fast.
mean, Maeve's not gonna be like laughing while you guys are all tortured. She just wants to experiment with it, and if it helps, I don't know. They're zombies, so the guy might be in pain, and it might, if they are summoned, maybe it'll cause them to like not be able to hold concentration. That's what Maeve's kind of thinking because she's grown.
Yeah, so that was what I was kind of trying to hint at. I guess that's the difference between some, and again, you guys don't necessarily know this, but I wanted to. That's what I was trying to explain. That you feel like his thing was maintaining the rifts, not maintaining the existence of the enemies. Like, does that make sense? Do you understand what I'm trying to?
Also,
Because if you summon something, you have to. It's there as long as you maintain concentration.
with the zombies, she knows you don't really summon zombies, but you create them. But she's also learning the animate dead spell, and she knows that usually you have to like maintain control over the zombies because they're really stupid. So she's wondering if it'll cause them to like.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Or something. I don't know.
Does the trigger word, this is out of character, but the upgraded ring, do we not know the feature of it with the command words?
Yeah, he knows everything about it when he did that Arcana check. But he's not attuned to it yet.
We can't use any.
Oh, you have to be tuned, okay, to do the trigger.
Can I use my spell immediate attune?
Yeah, definitely. It requires 10 spell slots. I'm going to start rolling initiative then, okay? If you guys don't mind. I'm going to take Falstar's sweet 7.
Trash.
I didn't roll too well, so you guys might have a good chance here. And honestly, as big as these ogre zombies are, as they come out looking gory and massive, they're, relatively weak compared to you guys. I think if anything, the Beholder zombie will probably be the scariest thing. And in all honesty, I might roll some of its rolls in roll 20 because it has there's some like wonky stuff that it can do, and I don't want to be like, oops, one of you got instant death raid, that's not my fault. So I might we'll see. I might roll some of his stuff in chat just so that I can't be blamed for like, as you guys get higher up in the levels, the potential for death gets higher, right? So I don't think you guys have to worry about it though. But it is a scary monster. You guys haven't seen a Beholder yet, but it floats. It is a floating eyeball. Normally the eye would be like looking at you, but it's glazed over and dead, and like kind of like coagulated. And then it has these eye stalks, and the stalks themselves are kind of like limp, and the eyes on there are also like dead white. Yeah, it's a scary. They're scary. They're messed up. Maybe I should have used them in the Halloween one shot. So, just a second, I just gotta get the initiatives for these guys. Not great. Not great. Sorry. This is, no. I'm used to doing it the other way now, or I can use the in-game thing. But I thought about using it, but then you guys get to see the initiative, and I don't want you guys to have that information. So Oris is obviously first. You can start thinking about what you're going to do on your turn. Then it's this guy.
Excuse me.
And okay. Yeah, Oris. What would you like to do on your turn?
What are the attack of opportunity rules with these big mofos?
They're essentially the same. Can you think of a situation where it would be weird?
Well, if I'm crossing through, so if I use Step of the Wind to give me 80 feet of movement speed, can I get around them without, like...
You're trying to fight the... You're trying to just, like, ignore the zombies entirely?
I wanted to run in behind and poke the dude. If I have 80 feet of movement, then I should be able to do this or something.
Yeah? It is the same rules. Like if you get within 5 feet of them and then move away, they get to attack. They still only get one, just like everybody else. And the same thing. Whereas if their whole body moves outside of 5 feet of you, there's an attack of opportunity.
So I should be able to go around them with Step of the Wind.
Yeah. How far away are they? I know I kept saying 120 feet, but then I guess the monsters would make up some of the difference there. Yeah, that's not 120 feet. Oh well, the map's smaller. That's fine. No, it's okay.
I wasn't sure.
You guys kind of moved in a little bit. The monsters are kind of moving. Everybody else, like I'm gonna say, you guys kind of shifted a bit towards each other right before combat started. So yeah, you're good.
A bit of drifting.
Captain America Civil War, we just all kind of ran at each other for the first 10 seconds, all cool. Like.
And then you stopped and stood there, so you can get the sweet wide angle.
I had to wave at him, I'd be like, hi.
Yeah, alright. I'm gonna use Step of the Wind, and I'm gonna kind of poof in behind him. Like,
yeah.
80 feet of movement speed. And then from my 10-foot range, I'm gonna whip.
Oh, whip him! Whip him good.
2. A freaking nat 2.
Yeah, that's not gonna do it, but you do have extra attack.
Oh, that's right. I guess I can do another one.
Yeah, that one's good.
Okay, and then I'll try a Stunning Strike with the key point on that one. I'll roll damage first. So there's 6.
6 points of whippage damage. Yeah, it whips around his arm and starts pulling him a bit. What's Stunning Strike? He has to roll con?
DC cons have 14.
14, you're so strong. You're so good at that. He fails it. I'm gonna picture it as you have the whip is entangled around his arm, and you guys are fighting and struggling, and somehow it's holding him in place. Yeah, that's good.
And
it's a
I don't
stun
think I have
mage.
enough movement left, but yeah, we'll say I'm behind him and everyone else there. So.
Alrighty, that's what happened. May, your turn, and the the podium is beside you if you care.
Does this just sound really stupid, guys, or is that something I should do? I don't want to fuck everybody else up.
Well, Oris is out of there, so he's got nothing to comment on this, so... Well, would he still be in the range of the orb thing? I guess he would be at this point.
Yeah, everybody's inside.
Everybody will be inside, yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it.
When I was doing it before, was it to open and close the book, or at least close it, or could it was it an action or something, or I don't know. I'm just 'cause I don't want it to be I open it and be oh, slowly, it takes 30 seconds for me to shut this thing, and everyone's just dying in pain.
Yeah, how long did it take to close? Can you give me just a general intelligence then, just to see how good your memory is? I know it was only a minute or two ago, but things are going crazy.
Alright. I think I've got a +4, but let me see.
That sounds legitimate.
Yeah.
You're a very smart person. You have a good memory. You should remember.
Oh, yeah. 20.
Yeah, it did take some time for it to kind of melt and then come back down from what you remember. So you're gonna guess maybe a little longer than
Like not just an
Not
action.
not 6 seconds, to deactivate and go into your ring. Um, you also may also has an inkling in her brain that she might not be able to re-engage the thing because it's a ritual, like it's a spell, and you'd have to potentially recast it and put energy in and stuff like that. So there's
Oh, so it's not like you just open it and it's got one.
yeah, you're starting to think about, you're like, if I open the book, the energy in the ring, is it just going to jump out, or you're not entirely sure how to do the ritual. You're trying to remember back to some of the verbiage that you had read, and you feel like that the whole process of putting it there is actually lengthy, and you suspect you might not even be able to open the book if you were to try.
All right. Well, then.
Would be cool though. Would be really cool if it was just like an on-off switch on the thing, but I kind of designed it as a.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
I picture that whoever put this here spent time preparing, because generally speaking, enchantments that last decades take like a while to perform. Sometimes you even have to re-perform it every day for many days until it sticks. So you suspect you won't be able to, in the heat of battle, turn this Crackleforge back on.
Okay. What was the measuring thing?
But you can still try, if that's something you want to do, and see what happens.
Going to just, I'm just gonna cast Erupting Earth again.
Erupting Earth! On all of them?
So yeah, I'm gonna hit all of them.
How big is this? Man, I gave you a good spell. I didn't think you'd use a spell I gave you that much.
It's 20-foot cube, so like 20 by 20. So just that whole chunk of area.
Just the zombies?
Well, no, because
oh, you want to like
Trial box.
you want to like do that?
Does
Does that make sense?
It's 3d12s. They all make a dexterity saving throw.
Oopsie. I accidentally meant to do that on that. What do they do? Dexterity?
Yeah, dexterity.
Dexterity saving throw. I'm gonna say that the mage probably instantly fails because he's stunned, but the other two can go for it, or the other three. Zombies. What's the DC? Is it 14?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't remember. What was my DC? 15.
15. Oh wow. How is it? 15?
Because I have +4, +3, +8.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, you're right. Proficiency. Yeah, that makes sense. Sorry.
Always.
I'm just comparing you to Oris, and I'm like, why is his 14 and yours is 15?
Oh yeah, no, my intelligence.
But that's because spell DCs include your proficiency, whereas ability DCs are just 10 plus your.
No, they're the same. It's just that his wisdom isn't going to be 18 because he uses dex more than his wisdom.
Yeah, it's 16, not 18.
Oh, okay. My apologies. So one of the zombies fails, one of the zombies passes, and the beholder fails as well. So what happens to them? They just take damage and then are in difficult terrain?
Sorry. Yeah, whatever. I'll roll the.
Is the damage?
Yeah, it's also all difficult terrain now.
Yep.
It's 15 or half if they succeed.
Half if they succeeded. I wonder if I can use each monster's hit points. Let me just. Let's see if I can do that. I didn't want to do this before because I thought you guys would get to see it, but I don't think you will. No, you can't see that. Okay, so I can keep track on the individual monsters. That is so much better than how I was doing it before. Okay, so it's half that, or 7 points to the person who passed. Okay, so the top ogre zombie was cool. He's a cool boy. He didn't mind. Oh, whoops. I can't math. Math is hard, okay? This guy.
So, yeah.
Is that it for your turn?
Yeah, and I'll move. I can't move my person, but I was gonna move forward. Yeah.
Sorry?
I can't move my character, but I would probably move forward a bit.
Oh, okay. Oh, you can't move your character? How is everybody else moving?
I don't know. I have never have control of my character. I think it's because you're always putting it in, and
It
so
says-
you only have control.
Determined by character settings? That's weird. Why don't you just try dragging in May's name into the battlefield?
Dude, I don't know what you mean by her name. It just moves the thing around.
Like when you highlight, when you go into here.
On the top right, beside the chat icon, very top, there's the cards beside it.
Yep.
Drag on your circle.
No, you don't want to drag this circle.
Or your
anymore.
name, sorry. Drag your name, May.
Yeah.
I'm doing
Text.
that. It's not doing anything. I did that earlier.
Like when you highlight it, it goes blue, right?
I swear to God, I know what you're
Okay.
talking about. I can't.
Okay. Okay.
Me dragging, it's not doing it. I don't know why. I wish it was working. I honestly do.
So, I guess I can just add in another May.
I can't drag it for some reason. If I click on it, I can't drag anything. All I see is just the picture and the name May.
Are you like weirdly on like a Macintosh or something?
No, I'm on a normal computer.
Can you drag the picture of May onto the screen? Because I can drag the pictures of Oris too.
No, I can't drag the picture. That's not what I normally.
All right,
do.
give her a go. I think you can move that one now.
Like maybe I don't have maybe in the settings I don't have control of May as a character. Like in the
I'm wondering if I
can't move it. But you know,
here
just
let's try again. Try dragging her name in again.
Oh yeah, there we go. Now I have all. Yeah, I probably can now. Yep.
Okay, there we go. It only took us to the 18th episode of the show.
I
We finally got it figured out.
I think I used to be able to do it because I remember doing it before. I think that like something must have happened when you changed to a different map, and I just lost control of the character,
Yeah,
like the editing abilities and stuff.
I won't worry about it too much. I'll worry about the beholder killing you. Is that where you wanted to move?
Wait, how do you? What is going on? Oh, I need to get select. There we go. No, I. That's where I dropped her.
I'm like, okay, I'll just go kill you then.
Okay. I go right there.
Okay. Cool. It is the Beholder Zombie's turn next. It can do some things. It uses a random eye ray. So I might roll that in chat so that
Ooh, yeah, dude.
so that I don't just go, haha, disintegration ray over and over again. Stop trying to hit me and hit me.
We don't
It's-
trust you. You should do it in the chat.
It's gonna turn around actually, and it's gonna aim its eye stalk at Oris. Because
hit, mommy?
Eye socks.
eye stalks turns them
Amazed.
around. Actually, in all honesty, it continues to look forward, but one of its eye stalks on its head turns towards you and kind of points at you and does one of four things. D4, baby! That's disintegration ray.
Oh, Oris!
You must succeed. Yeah, this is scary as crap, actually. Because if this takes you to 0, you die. You turn into a pile of gray dust.
Is it a lot of damage?
A lot of damage.
It is a lot of damage.
Stop! I'm playing a small child.
Okay.
I'm allowed to have cracking voice. She's almost 13, so she's just hitting.
The thing is, though, my understanding is if you make the save, you don't take any damage. The target creature, it must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take damage. Yeah, so there's no half damage. It's just all or nothing.
Yeah, this is our deck character. Baby.
Yeah, dexterity saving throw from Oris, please.
Swear to God,
Yeah, you're good. You're good, my friend. As this beam comes down, it hits like the tree behind you. Like, I don't know why. There was no trees. It was all clearings. So it doesn't hit the tree. It hits the ground beside you, I guess. And you see like a 5-foot space. Just everything on it dies instantly and turns to ash. As you get out of the way, it is... since if it happens again, I'll roll it on screen for you guys. It does an average of 45 damage when it connects. So, yeah, you don't want to get hit by that thing. That ray will fry you. And it says specifically if you go to 0, and it's also force damage, so raging doesn't even save you. And the creature, if it goes to 0, its body becomes a pile of gray dust. So, like, I'm not even 100% sure how bringing you back from the dead would work with some kind of restoration.
It's like true resurrection.
Yeah, it's super deadly. That's why I'm rolling. I'm going to roll those d4s in chat because there's like a small fraction of a chance this thing just insta-kills people, but it's relatively low.
It's the expensive resurrection.
It would be tough. It'd be tough. So don't get hit by it.
Well, we wouldn't even
Just
be
dodge
able
it,
to do
easy.
probably. I doubt there's anybody in the world that can do true resurrection.
Yeah, and then it's going to it's gonna just kind of try to float out of the difficult terrain. I'm not actually sure. It's hovering, so is it affected by difficult terrain?
I don't think so. Probably not.
So then it doesn't care. It's just gonna keep floating there and not care. It's gonna stay right where it is, beside his, master, who's kind of like entangled and whipped and all this stuff. Yeah, you guys can be a little bit afraid. Don't worry. The other I-beams that it can potentially fire, if it rolls a 1 through 3, are not nearly as bad. They're bad, but they're not going to turn you into dust. So,
Did it respond at all whenever I was taunting it? By the way,
taunting the beholder?
Yeah. Well, whenever it went after Oris instead of coming after, like hit me, and it turned around and hit Oris, and I was like, "Oh, did somebody hit mommy?" And then you didn't do anything else.
Yeah, you're finding that you can't really discern much from these things. You're not even sure if they have much natural intelligence.
No, we just need a shadow to drain their... Oh, that's strength. Never mind.
Yeah. If they met an intellect devourer, it would probably have an easy time eating its remaining brains. Okay. Beholder's turn is done. This kind of a beholder only fires 1 ray a turn, so it's not terribly... It's scary, but you guys did it. That was an amazing deck save. You're good. Next up, Blanford.
Okay. I think I know. Okay. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I have to make
Oh boy.
choices here. Alright.
Oris's face, yeah. He's like, oh dear God. First a Revenant, now this crap.
Oh, this is garbage. I've got,
Yeah, he
I
dodged
think that-
super good though.
I
What do you want to do?
I'm going to bane the zombies.
The 2 big ones? Or the ogres, you mean? Oh no, all 3?
I can bane all 3.
Okay.
All 3 zombies.
Excellent. Casts Bane on the zombies. What kind of save do they need?
Charisma.
Charisma. Oh, that's great. They have so much charisma because they're zombies.
Okay.
We'll do the ogres first. What do I need? A 15?
They need to make a 14.
14.
You've always like in modern fantasy, vampires are hot, but in old fantasy,
So one of them actually did make it. One of the zombies is not baned. One of the zombies is baned. I'll put a Bane face on it. I'm baned. And this guy's baned. Although the Bane on the Beholder doesn't really do anything because
that's true.
it's your save. But
Well, I was The other thing I was thinking about was doing Phantasmal Force on the Beholder, but I couldn't think of what to make all the scare.
It's really tough. I actually, if I remember correctly, Phantasmal Force fails if their intelligence is too low, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there's a. I'm not going to say what their intelligence is, but keep that in mind.
The zombies, they probably have like all have like 1 intelligence.
Yeah, because I don't know their intelligence, and yeah. So I've banned the zombies. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to Vicious Mockery. The Beholder. Oh boy.
You're going to call in Mockery the Beholder. Okay.
Is Bane a bonus action or?
Bane is an action.
So
Vicious Mockery.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
No, Vicious Mockery is an action too.
yeah.
Sorry, I have to go through these things in order.
You can't have that many bonus actions. It should be. You should be able to like
I
narrow
can
it
bargain
down.
inspiration. Nope, that helps. But does anyone need an inspiration?
Maybe Oris.
Yeah.
Can you reach him? You might have to get a little closer.
It's 60 feet, so
Maybe. Yeah.
60 feet is.
Uh-oh. You gotta step towards the zombies.
Nope. I'll inspire
Give it to Fjorn.
Fjorn.
Yeah, Fjorn can use some inspiration. Yeah, you hear the...
Fjorny, you're so great. Fjorny.
Yeah, he starts singing and it like hurts your ears, but when he stops, you feel better and inspired to fight.
Yeah, I'm not actually a great singer. I'm just
Fjorn, it is your turn.
Okay. So is my javelin charged up?
No, you haven't had a long rest. If you actually have you used it? I feel like you used it in the Revenant fight. Am I crazy?
That's why I'm asking.
Indoors?
Indoors, yeah, that seems strange to me. What was the fight before that?
what was the fight?
Oh, did you use it against the Black Fang? And yes, I believe you did. So I don't think you have it until tomorrow. Unless it's a short rest, but I don't think it's a short rest.
It's recent at dawn, so
Okay, so yeah, you use it against the Black Fang and it's the same day, so you don't have it available to you.
It's been like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's been so many real life days. You do have 40 feet of movement though, so if you want to get in, yeah, get stuck in with an ogre. The giant thing, behemoth stands over you, but you are not afraid.
yeah, I have 1 rage left. So I'm gonna
Okay. I'm finally slowly draining you guys of resources. Yeah, that hits for sure. 12 points
Plus. Ooh,
so 20
20
points of damage as you chop this thing. You like cleave, like its organs are like tumbling out of its body and it doesn't even seem to care, but you see like a spleen and some intestines. Yeah, that hits. Keep rolling damage against this thing. Another 12 points of damage. Yeah, it's looking bad. After that cut, you see it's like some of its fingers like slop off and like it's got its big maul in its hand ready to fight you, but you've done some serious damage to this thing. It's already looking like it could be on the verge of falling. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay, time for ogres to take their turn. One of them's clearly going to fight Fjorn. The other one, I'm going to 50-50 it between Fjorn and May. It's going to go for Fjorn. So you guys get the best situation where they just bash on your tank.
regret this, you zombies.
Yeah, ogre zombies. Let's see. You didn't reckless, which is good. They get to attack with it's actually a Morning Star, this massive weapon, big enough for a large creature to hold. 2 swings on you. The first is actually a critical 20. The second is a 23 to hit, so I'm guessing a critical and a full-on hit. We'll do the critical to Fjorn first. Let's see how beefy these guys are. 25 points of damage from that critical hit as it smashes into your body, and your rage allows it to be reduced only to 12 points, which is, I think the rest of your team is like, okay, I'm glad that was only 12. The second hit comes swinging in from the other side and does 16 points of damage, which will reduce only to 8. So I guess I think collectively you took 20 from both the swings. Just rang your bell a bit. You take the hits and you guard against them, but your arms are all shaky and weakened from it. I don't think you're bloodied though. If I remember how many hit points you have, 20 is not enough to completely shake you, but it's some serious damage. That is... then I guess it would be the mage's turn, and he's stunned a bit. And he's staring down Oris, and he looks pissed. And I guess, Oris, if you want it, you can roll some... Actually, what's your passive perception, Oris? Because you're in the middle of fighting.
13.
13? Yeah, that's pretty good. As you're only 10 feet away from him, you're looking at this guy, and he's kind of flailing, but he's stunned at the same time. Yeah, you do think that this man is elvish. You've only been in the town for 1 day, so you're not that familiar with all the different types of elf. So, he's an elf, whatever he is. Back at the top of the order with Oris, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna do he's stunned, so I can hit him with advantage on melee weapons. But it doesn't affect my bow, right?
Sorry?
Because he's stunned, right? So I have advantage with melee weapons, but the bow doesn't get advantage.
I think that's right. I can look that up.
I guess it depends if he's incapacitated.
I'll look it up real quick. Stunning strike does the effect of stunned. Stunned incapacitates them. They fail strength and dex. Attack rolls against them have advantage. So yeah, attack rolls have advantage.
All attack rolls,
Yep.
so my bow would too?
Yes, indeed.
Sweet. So I don't even need to move. I'm going to use Kensei Strike and fire 2 bow shots at him.
Nice, and they both have a D4.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to do a bow and a whip and try to keep this stun on.
Okay.
Can you do both of those?
Oh, one of each? With my extra attack?
I don't.
That's tough. You kind of need 3 hands. You need 2 hands. You have to pull a shot out, fire it. Yeah, you can do it with a melee, with a punch. And honestly, if your concern is he doesn't get to hit you because he's stunned, so you can move in, punch him, and back out.
And then I can bow him.
Yeah, whatever order you want. You can bow then punch, or punch then bow, however you want to do it.
Yeah, because you can move in and back out.
Sure. Okay, yeah. I'll move in and punch him again.
Just can't use the whip.
I guess that's
Yeah, that's a critical hit. Go for it.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy, that's some
11.
good damage.
and then I'll back up and bow him.
And you're gonna do your
Yes.
bonus Kensei shot.
Yeah, I'll Kensei shot and.
Okay.
That doesn't count for unarmed strikes, though, right?
No. But you're using a key point for the stunning strike again?
Stunning strike, yeah. I don't know if you want to roll that now. Or
I will. He makes it this time.
Okay. Punch him again.
The whip drops and he's... Yeah, go ahead. Shoot him.
What if I punch him again? Can I do another stunning strike? It's not a bonus action. It's just any
sure.
time a melee attack.
Sure, yeah, you can go for it if you want.
Sure. I'm assuming
Yeah,
that's
connects. How much punch damage does he do?
another
Oh
8
man,
damage.
that's a lot of damage.
And another-
Alright.
and
And it's a
another key point.
DC 14. Ooh, nat 20's it. I'm sorry, my friend. Even with
Saved both. Damn.
two stunning strikes, he just manages to get lucky. He's not terribly constitutionist. He's not doesn't have terribly good constitution, but sometimes you just get nice rolls.
But I guess because it's not the end of my turn yet, I can still back away because he's still stunned.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Up until after my turn.
Yep.
So I'm gonna back away, kind of like to the edge here.
Sure.
He can come after me if he wants.
I'll give you a little more space. If you want to back up a little more.
I was fine about 30 feet from him.
That's good. Alright, so Oris's turn finishes. And May, it is your turn. I guess technically you're in melee with that ogre because if he's so fat.
Yeah, I'm gonna use,
Oh, shoot! You guys should have reminded me about the Bane.
Oh, were they not?
It didn't matter for the stunning strikes.
No, but it might have mattered for one of the hits on Fjorn. I'm sorry. Honestly, they were really good rolls. Actually, no, you know what? It was a 23 and a critical hit. So even if it was -4, I think it still was a connect. So I think we're okay. Moving on.
Well, I am going to go up here or somewhere. I'm sorry. I'll go back here.
Okay.
I'm going to Chill Touch.
Chill Touch? That's a range. Isn't that ranged?
Yeah.
Who you chill touching? Has advantage because there's something because they're zombies, right?
This one. No, I think it just if they have disadvantage on attacks against me until the end of my next turn.
Oh, okay.
So I'm hoping that it will that it'll focus on
Fjorn. Okay.
Ooh, nat 20. What the frick?
Oh, sweet. Look at all these critical hits.
I know.
I wish I had kept my.
Jeez, that's a lot of. Damn. Okay. Hopefully I roll high.
Let's see if this shows up. I don't think it will, but I'm gonna test my critical hit thing.
Necrotic damage.
No, you guys aren't supposed to see the magic behind the curtain.
I don't know what you're showing us. I don't see anything.
It doesn't work.
In this.
I'm sorry. I was trying to do what I was doing in the last one, where I could put up the words "critical hit" and have blood splattering. I'll try to figure it out for next time because the effects are cool, even if you guys aren't a bunch of monsters battling it out. 19 necrotic damage. Woof.
Yeah, it's a crit, so she did.
Woof. Woof. Oh yeah, because your cantrips are better. That's right.
It's gonna cling to it, and it'll
Yeah.
If he tries to attack me, I'll have disadvantage. So hopefully he tries that. But yeah, I guess I can describe it if you don't have any. She'll reach out and then from her hand, she'll stand back a couple steps and then from her hand, this skeletal hand comes out, and grabs it, and then it's turned away from her. I think from that feeling, and it'll just suck a bunch of life force out of her, and her veins, its veins will get all black and disgusting.
If you just so that we're, because I think we missed it here, but it's a ranged attack, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it would have been at disadvantage if you're hitting the guy right in front of you, but I don't want to ruin a critical, so we're gonna keep that sweet crit.
I kind of thought that it was because it was being flanked, it would just be normal. Sorry if it didn't explain.
Yeah, I guess that's true. No, you don't get flanking from ranged attacks. That doesn't make sense.
Oh.
It's fine. It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna leave it as it is because the critical already went through, and I already did the math, and it's fun. Zombie is grabbed. He's got skeletal bones grasping around his skeletal bones. I believe up next is the Beholder again. That scary old B word. Who is he gonna aim at this time? I mean, Oris is still doing some nastiness, but I think we're gonna roll a dice here in my mind. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna weigh it heavily to go after Oris still, and then I'm gonna give everybody else a chance to get hit. All three of you. So in my mind, I'm rolling a dice, and it's going to be 1, 2 Oris, 3 Fjorn, like that kind of thing. So we're rolling it. 1, 2, 3, 4. He goes for Fjorn, actually. which is fine because I believe barbarians naturally have advantage on dexterity saving throws. So even if I'm pretty sure you're good against almost all of these rays that are about to come out of this thing. So as it turns its single eyes, one of it like it has a bunch of them, but they're mostly dead and limp, and some of them are even missing eyes. But one of them manages to tilt and turn towards Fjorn and fires off.
How is it even gonna hit Fjorn? It's like there's a big zombie in between them.
I know, right? Well, it's gonna try. It's gonna paralyzing ray you. Zap! Can you please make a Constitution saving throw? Which should be piece of cake for a barbarian like you. Oh yeah, no problem. Like you don't get out of the way. The beam hits you, and you feel your body start to freeze up for a second, and you just force through it. And yeah, no big deal for you, man. Easy peasy.
What do you think about whenever you're resisting it?
What?
I guess that's a Fjorn response.
What? Oh, that is probably what he was thinking. Blanford.
Hey, I am going to
Can I just say that I'm really proud of our party finally figuring out who should be very far in the back.
run up in a sword at the beholder, obviously. No.
You need to roll animal handling. Come on.
Is there undead handling?
5 out of 5 owlbears.
I'm going to let me double check my map. Oh, good. I'm going to shoot the wizard. Assuming he's a wizard, I'm calling him a wizard.
Sounds good.
Oh no, that would be at disadvantage.
Well, why is that?
Because I have to move.
Oh, he's too far away. Okay, yeah, sure. That's
I'm
fine.
going to move a little bit.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So much typing.
To here.
Okay.
Move up to about.
Move up and choost. Oh, okay, fancy. We got some interesting angles here. Yeah, go for it. Choost at him.
And go thwump with my arrow. And come on, give me a. Oh, that's an acceptable number. Go through.
Yeah, that hits. Go for it. Roll damage. He's taking quite a bit so far. How dare you? He doesn't say anything, though. He just looks mad. Yeah.
Ooh,
Big
that's
damage.
good.
Big damage.
And I'm going to.
Nice.
Then I'm going to psychic blade him.
Yeah. Well, all those psychic blades.
Not great. Damage.
How many times can you do psychic blades? Every short rest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What is it? You have to
Is it one time every short rest?
Oh,
No.
it's
But it feeds from my bardic inspiration.
Oh, and how do you get bardic inspiration back?
Short rest.
It is short rest. Okay, awesome. Yeah, definitely. 12 points of psychic damage. He starts to buckle a little bit. He keeps standing for.
That's my last bardic inspiration.
He looks pretty haggard. He doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. You guys have been hurting him.
That's my last bardic inspiration.
Okay, is that your turn?
Guys,
Does anybody need healing?
The only one who's taking damage is Fjorn.
Does he need healing?
I'm good for now.
He's not. He doesn't look bloodied. If that's what your concern is.
Yeah. I will end my turn.
Okay. Fjorn, you're up. You got 2 big old ogies.
hunt them down.
Hit the one that I was already on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, hit the weakened one. 16 hits. 11 points of damage plus. Another 6. Yeah, that's some good damage. Chop! The necrotic is doing full damage. If you were concerned that maybe he had resistance because he's undead, no, he doesn't. His zombies are pretty dumb. They're pretty squishy. Second attack.
He's still alive, I guess.
Oh yeah, he is. 14. Yeah, go hit. These guys are really hard to miss. Zombies suck. 13 more points. Yeah, he's got single digits left. He's really, really hurting.
Yeah.
You like chop it like an entire leg comes off. Like you chop like through its leg, and the stump just like squishes back into the like you chop it through. And then the bits just like squish together, and it keeps like sort of walking on it still, even though you've cut through it. Is that your turn? Okay, it's ogre time. We're gonna have the one with Bane attack Fjorn. The one on Fjorn with Bane is, I believe, a 16. To hit still, even with the Bane?
Yeah, that hits.
That hits you? Okay.
16 does.
Exactly 16. He did it was an 11 plus 6 minus 1 on the Bane. He rolled well on the Bane this time. And he did 16 points of damage, which is going to have to only 8. Does that make you bloodied?
Yep.
Okay, you guys have witnessed Fjorn finally starting to feel the impacts of these hits. He's looking shaky. He's starting to bleed a little, like from his forehead from that hit. Just letting you guys know so that you're aware. And the other ogre is gonna possibly go after May. We'll see. I'm gonna roll for it. Yeah, he's gonna go for May at disadvantage, but he doesn't have Bane. Doesn't have Bane though, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, he rolls terribly. An 11. You don't even need to use shield as he misses. He goes to swing at you, and the other roll was actually really good. But that hand, like, grabs, and, like, he twitches, and he swings wide, and you barely have to move out of the way of the attack. And lastly, in the turn order, is the unknown mage, who turns to all of you, and this is the first time he's going to speak, and he say, "This was not yours." And he bangs his staff down, a rift appears in front of him, and he walks through, and he's gone.
Wait, shit, does it close behind him?
Yes, it does.
Oh.
Rude.
He's a piece of shit out of there, like a piece of shit.
I almost kept
Hey,
him
God,
around.
one more turn, I had a spell I was going to cast on him.
He saved 2 stunning strike saves, otherwise he would have been stuck here still.
That's...
I had a spell I was going to cast on him. I was going to cast Enemies Abound on him.
Passive perception on May?
Oh, me? Oh, it's like a perception, 14.
Okay. Just because you were there before, you notice the podium thing, you hear like a little noise in the heat of battle, and you're pretty sure that's worth investigating again. After the fight, probably. Back at the top of the order, Horus.
Arrow at 2 arrows, I guess, with Kent's shot at the beholder thinger.
Awesome, yeah, shoot it. Shoot its eyes out. Stupid beholder. An 11 does not hit. I'm sorry. A 12 does not hit either. Oh no! You're doing so well.
And then he runs away.
Or he just like leaves the party. Is that?
Yep.
No, he's just backing up. He's backing up 40 feet. So like.
So you want to be like? Is he at the one? How far can you go back? 120?
Yeah, it's a 150 range, the longbow.
Okay. You're far enough away that it won't pick you as targets anymore. That's your turn?
Boring, but yeah, that's all I can do.
May, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna try to hit this guy with Shocking Grasp.
Shocking Grasp, sure. Yeah, you can have advantage on that.
Well, I mean, I didn't have advantage.
I'm giving you the flanking, is what I'm saying.
I was just thinking because last time I
Oh, sure. Sure, yeah, you can just straight roll up to kind of even it out. Yeah, I like that.
yeah, make it. Nice, 24.
24, yeah, definitely hits.
That is...
Zip, 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 zip.
God, that...
Takes
only,
3 points of damage, but he can't use reactions.
That's the main thing, actually, because I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to move right here.
Oh, into the Beholder's range. Okay. Through the difficult terrain?
One of its eyes, or if I can look into the big eye, I'm going to do that one. I'm going to just be like, you're going down.
Oh.
Your mommy's...
Doesn't seem to react a whole lot to your taunting.
Mommy's gone!
Mommy's gone, he's got it going on. That's not how the song goes.
Oh my god. maybe we can adopt these guys, though.
Yeah, you guys should try talking to them like you did the Berserkers. Beholder turn. Beholder. Gonna pick one of the 3 remaining people that it can target. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is May. It's gonna target May with a...
No! Damn it. I wanted to try and dodge a disintegrate.
Did you really?
Enervation Ray. The target must make a Constitution save.
Do you say enervation? Doesn't that have to do with, like, strength? It's gonna make my strength go down.
Yeah, I'm a little curious what that word means.
I'm sorry, you
A
said...
feeling of being drained of energy or vitality as it drains the life from you. As you try to resist it.
The con save?
It is a con save, yes.
Great, I don't have any bonus to that.
16? That's still good. You will only
Yes.
take half the damage of this actually pretty massive roll. It's not as bad as the disintegration rate, but it's still going to be quite a bit of damage. And it's going to take me a second because there's lots of dice.
Okay.
You know what? Screw it. You guys will get to see it. I don't want to roll it. Why did it roll 2? I only want the first one. So you take 20 points of damage instead of 40.
It's in the chat.
Shit. That's a good thing I didn't...
Did you? Yeah, you guys saw it, yeah. Oh, it flipped for me. That's so weird that it did twice, though. Oh, it did it twice because I'm logged into it twice. I'm just going to take the top one every time, and I might not click it anymore. We'll see.
Yeah, you know what? May is basically up or she is down, I feel like.
Well, did you not have any Arcane Ward left?
No, I did, but it took all of it, and then I lost... I mean, I'm not down. I'm just saying, if I had lost that, I would have gone down immediately.
Oh, yeah, 40 probably would have took you down,
I
yeah.
have 16 hit points left.
Drains your life. It doesn't heal itself when it does it, but it definitely hurts you. Yeah, Beholders. They're pieces of shit. I think I've cursed like the most this episode. I think I've said that word like 8 or 9 times so far. I kind of feel bad. Next up,
Watching.
Blanford.
Malik's a little bit
Ogre
effed up.
style. Ogre style has got it going on.
Oh, God.
Oh boy. I am going to... Oh boy. Oh boy, I don't even know if I'm going to use...
Pro tip, figure out your turn before it's your turn.
No, I've figured it out. I'm going to use Dissonant Whispers on the Beholder who just attacked mine.
Oh, yes. Not the other Beholder.
Well, no, who cares about it? Oh, that's crap.
Get him. Dissonant Whispers.
You couldn't have sent us a
That's
zombie taker?
How does Dissonant Whispers work? Do I have to roll something?
Wisdom?
No, I do.
Okay.
Oh, it's a...
Hold on. My page just glitched.
It's a wisdom save. I don't know what you're talking about.
So my page just glitched, so I can't read it.
Oh,
It's a-
okay. I'm pretty sure I gotta make a 14 Wisdom. We'll do that. Yeah, it rolled like a... After the math, it rolled a 0. So yeah, it took whatever the full amount of this is.
Yeah, which is trash. It's got 3d6, but I got bunches of 1s.
1, 4, and a 1.
Oh! I was
6
like, it's
damage.
not really 6 damage, is it? Oh, it is. That sucks. That's okay. That Innervation Ray was a bunch of dice rolls. They could have all been 1s as well.
Yeah, true.
Same with the Disintegration Ray. It could do less.
And then with my bonus action, I can't do anything. Crap.
Okay.
I did this wrong. I did my turn wrong. Crap. Oh, that's that.
Well, were you planning on casting another spell and then you realized you'd already cast a spell?
I did it exactly wrong.
Okay. Is that your turn? That's okay. Blanford makes mistakes, and because of that, I'll consider possibly giving you inspiration at the start of your next turn. We'll see.
It's a big mistake.
Fjorn.
I was gonna keep hitting this one.
Yeah, I have a feeling you'll only have to use one of your attacks on it. Go for it.
Kill it.
Oh, a 9? Does a 9 hit? I think it does. Yeah?
Oh, it does?
AC 8!
Frick yeah.
But only 8 points of damage. Guess how many hit points he had? Oh, but then Divine Fury. Okay, he had 8. But yeah, Divine Fury definitely clobbers this thing. It falls, and it falls like into where like the upheavaled earth is, so like it kind of like its body falls back and it like lands on some like jagged rocks that go like impaling through its mushy flesh. Yeah, easy peasy. You can go after the other one if you'd like.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Well, oh, actually, sorry, let me just double check that. You know, you said that it could get back up thing, and I forgot about that.
Oh no.
Boris.
No, you know what? It was too much damage. You can't get up from that one.
Very good.
Sorry, my thing didn't mark that I had clicked it.
13
so-
hits though, so you can
Sorry.
roll damage on that. Another 15 to the other Ogie. He's not at half, but he's looking pretty hurt as you chop him through his flesh. And again, like this time you like chop through some like ribs. You're like expecting its ribs to be strong, but it's like clearly calcium deficient, and you just like chop right like through the ribs, and the ribs just crumple to the ground.
I feel like he needs to drink more milk.
Oh yeah, definitely. In his previous life. Is that the end of your turn? It will swing at you, my friend. It's the ogre's turn. Attack! Plus Bane. So it's 18, 17 to hit, which is still going to hit you.
It wasn't Bane anyways.
Oh, you're right. That one isn't baned. The baned one's dead.
I wasn't gonna say it, but it made it.
Oh, I was born in the dark. I'll make Bane jokes every time, and you guys will hate me for it. 15, which halves to 7 points of damage to Fjorn. I believe you're already bloodied, so you still just look battered. As he slams into you with his giant maul. Back at the top of the order with Horus.
Kill it, Oris. Kill it. Is this thing even bloodied?
I mean, only that it's undead and always looked kind of bloodied, but no, it's not at half yet.
The Beholder? Damn it.
Yeah.
The Beholder has taken actually not very much damage so far. You guys have focused the ogres.
Going after the Beholder again with 2 more shots.
Alright, go for
Can
it.
say as if they land any.
Sounds good. No.
Can I roll more than a 3 or a 4?
A critical hit will work
Another-
as you gain back a key point. Gossamer shot from your Owl Soul. Definitely. What is that? 18 points of damage plus a Kensai shot? 19 points of damage?
You get a double against that, or
Yeah, you do.
I do.
whoops, that was
Yeah, you do get the double the Kensai. So 21 points of damage. You just wanted to roll the Owl Soul?
you accidentally clicked it. I was trying to scroll.
Oh,
How dare
well,
you?
the damage.
Yeah, you get it like in one of the eye stalks and just take the eye stalk right off. But then you notice there's another one that's still like whipping around, ready to look. That doesn't look good. It took some damage. May, it's your turn.
Okay, it's a bite of a struggle here because I'm not sure who to go after. I guess I'm just gonna attack this guy again because, like, why not?
Okay. Just don't get enervated.
Yeah, I guess I'll. I mean, Shocking Grasp would be a good one. I'll do that.
Yeah, sounds good. Because I'm picturing like an 11. No,
Does not.
nope. The big ogres have real low AC, but the beholders have like natural armor, even though they have no dexterity. I guess their hides are just tough from back when they were alive. It just bounces off. The shocks just like climb across its body, but don't actually hurt it anyway. Is that your turn?
Okay. I'm going to. Let me double check my spell slots really quick. Yeah, I haven't. I mean, I'm gonna use Misty Step.
Okay.
And pop over here.
Oh, you're gonna give flanking to Fjorn, basically.
Yeah, I just get out of this thing's space so it doesn't get an opportunity attack on me, but also so he can have flanking.
Yeah,
and we can
that
all
makes sense.
wail on this thing.
If it does opportunity attack, it doesn't use the eye stalks. It just goes for like a crappy bite attack.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how strong it would be, so I just thought, I don't need. We're finally gonna.
It's actually not bad. The bite attack is actually pretty decent. I might say that if I was just if I was a thinking creature, which it isn't, it's pretty stupid. If it was just trying to do raw damage, it would probably stick to the bites because.
One doesn't have a lot to hit though, is what I'm assuming. It's probably got better chances on it too.
Well, after May's turn is the beholder, the zombie beholder, or beholder zombie, beholder zombie. I rolled to see who it was in target, and it pre-rolled it. It is going to go after May again.
Awesome. May is not wanting a disintegration right now.
Okay, 2, not disintegration.
What's 2?
2, can you make, as the eye stalk points at you and you get zapped with a ray, can you roll wisdom save for me?
I can, and that's something I have better +4 in.
Not bad.
17.
17, you're good. As you're overwhelmed with a sense of fear and dread, you're worried for your life, and then you shake it off. And then someone asks you what you were thinking about, and you say, what?
May looks around, like May at first, like, oh my god, I'm gonna die, because she did like lose a ton of health and lost her armor and everything, which sucked. But then she looks around and sees all of her friends and Blanford. Just kidding.
Yeah, I think you guys are about to like probably end this fight very quickly. So I think you guys got it. Let's finish her off. Blanford.
Very irritated that the spell I want to use has no effect on undead.
Maybe they're not. Maybe they're constructs. Oh wait,
They're definitely undead.
Yeah.
they're definitely undead. Yeah, you guys aren't questioning it. You fought enough undead that you know.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
what these
going
are.
To, vicious mockery.
Okay.
Beholder.
The beholder. Okay, go for it. Or it has to. It has to roll. Is it charisma? I don't think it matters.
Yeah, it's not gonna. Wisdom 14. I'm gonna.
Okay.
Tell it. Beauty is in the eye. They say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but I'm just not seeing it.
Yeah, it fails its roll pretty miserably. So go ahead and roll the damage.
2d4.
2d4. Wow, level 5 is great.
6 damage.
It is psychic, so.
It's true.
And now I'm going to cast a.
Wait, you're gonna roll damage?
I did.
Whatever. I don't care. I'll take the 6.
Okay.
It's a I do like to say roll it in chat, but it's such a small amount of damage that I'm just not gonna care.
I'm going to cast Healing Word at 3rd level on Fjorn. Is it who needs it?
He's the only one who looks hurt. Although
I'm hurt.
Oh, you're bloodied?
Not bloodied.
Okay, so you don't look hurt. I mean, he does know your arcane ward is down, but he doesn't know your condition as far as you took a hit, but you look as fresh as you did.
I've got like 75.
Fjorn's bad.
Yeah,
Fjorn could use a good old heal. Go for it.
definitely.
Healing Word at 3rd level.
If you want to know about healing, you should go back and watch the last hour of the other team's fight. It was stupid. They basically
that was degenerate.
It was pretty dumb. They were healing like 20 hit points a turn globally. It was really stupid. I was like, I can't outpace this.
That was utterly degenerate. But I do have a strategy against it. But I have a strategy against it.
Against it? Oh, if you ever PvP, you mean?
Yeah, I have a strategy against
Okay.
it.
Cool.
Really simple. It is really, really simple.
Yeah, you just kill the healer, right?
I have a cantrip which stops it, so.
That's true. You guys have tons of cool options. Anyways, Fjorn heals 9 and is at the end of your turn. Blanfy? Fjorn, you're up, and you have advantage if you would like.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack.
It's trying to like turn. Its legs are facing May, and its torso is facing Fjorn. Oh Jesus! Yeah, finish it off. You even get double on the Divine Fury. Was that a critical? That wasn't. So you get another D12.
Well, I did get a crit.
I mean, that roll though was just a single D12. So you get one more D12, but not +3. So that's only a 9. So 23 damage so far, and you get double Divine Fury. 28. Give me another one.
Man, this thing.
Wow, that's a lot of damage. 36 points of damage as you just cleave into this thing. It's on its death's door. I mean, it's already dead, but yeah, it's clinging to life barely as you slash through. You like cleave through it, and like you cut it from like chest all the way down, and like its entrails and everything just like flops out of it to the ground, and somehow like the rest of its frame is still trying to battle you. Yeah, you can go for your second attack. An 11? Yeah, you're good. Finish it off. Decapitation. It kind of you like get it. You get like a double hit. You use the butt of your weapon to like smash its knee so that it comes down into like a crouch, and you take its head off, lop it. And there is a dead zombie ogre. Or ogre zombie.
Disembowelment and beheading.
That's how we do it. The ogre's turn. Nope. Oris. You guys have Beholder to finish off.
Review this thing. We're gonna do a full Avenger style team up.
I think it's probably gonna get one more chance to like disintegrate one of you, and then it'll be dead.
I'll do 2 more
All right.
bow attacks.
If you plus May can do about half its hit point pool between the two of you, it won't get another turn. So, yeah, that's a hit. Well, 8 points. Okay, not super exciting.
That one, I hit Blanford
Oh
instead.
boy. Yeah, like a mile off. Blanford, he like clips his arm and like hits his armor only, doesn't do damage, but like he like drops what he was working on for a second. He's like, "What the?"
It hits the black thing and on the other side of the kingdom.
It looks bad though. This beholder is now definitely past its half. It's bloodied, beat. May, here's your chance. Put this thing down. You know you're gonna long rest as soon as you're done this, so you may as well go all out.
I don't think I can't. I mean, I'm gonna go out, but all I can do basically, I'm gonna cast Magic Missile at level 2.
That's pretty good. Can't miss.
That's 4d4 plus 4. Oh my god!
I said go all out, not just like do nothing.
Every time I feel like I've been rolling more low on my d4s. So.
Those are pretty low. Silvered, right? You said your blaster's silvered, depending on your emotions, but given your state.
Yeah, she's actually a little bit scared, not super scared, but she's like, maybe I shouldn't have tried to get disintegrated.
It's gonna fire its ray at Fjorn, and the ray will be an enervating ray.
Oh, this is con, I think. This is the one that I got hit with.
Yeah, it's a con save. You're gonna take some damage no matter what, and it's gonna be necrotic damage, so it'll be full damage. Make this con save so that you only take half. Oh no, you take full damage. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna roll it. No, you know what? I'm gonna click it. I'm gonna click.
Still have the bardic inspiration. I can heal.
Oh yeah.
Oh well, it's a now 1 though, so bardic inspiration doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's not cool.
Yeah, this is that bardic inspiration went to daily spot.
Okay, I'm gonna click it, and it's the top. You can ignore the second one. It's gonna be the top one, and you take the full damage. No resistance or anything, so it'll. There's a good chance you get downed here. 45 damage.
Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he's down.
Yeah, I think it didn't overkill you. Like it didn't finish you. You're not dead. You're just laying on the ground. You're a barbarian feeling that one.
I know.
Ah! Don't die. Yeah, frickin' beholders. I'm not gonna lie. I'm excited to put some beholders against the other team too, because they seem really overconfident at this point, and I feel like a couple of these beams could really throw their party into problems. Blanford, it's your turn.
Okay.
This isn't over without Fjorn here to chop the crap out of it, unless you, I guess, bring him back up.
Whoops, I didn't mean to click that.
Step 1. Bonus action. Spelling word at 2nd level.
Okay. Keep in mind, like this is definitely a good play, but dropping to 0 multiple times in a day will have other negatives. So sometimes
I'm aware of this.
Okay.
I'm aware of this.
It probably won't pick Fjorn anyways. So
I know this.
Good.
I wanted to make sure we don't have a lot of people down.
yeah. So Fjorn's back up with 5 sweet hit points. He's no longer raging.
Fine. And
I'm
I'm going.
going. No.
Alright, let me double check what the map is, because I'm going to run right up to him.
Okay. And rapier.
And no. No, that's a spell. I'll have to do this. I'll have to spell him next time. I'm going to attack with a rapier.
Okay. You're gonna attack with a rapier? No. I'm gonna attack with a rapier.
I was trying to do something else, but I realized, oh, that's another spell. A 10?
10, no. Doesn't get through the hide of this thing. It's kicking around, guys. You guys gotta finish it. I'm really worried it's gonna get more shots at you guys. Although it's probably not gonna kill anybody. It's just gonna be a pain in the butt.
I just want to make sure that I've got full HP and I can take a hit.
Yeah, I think you guys are okay because Fjorn has his turn now. Even though he's not raging, he can still get in there and start chopping up this beholder. Yeah, sounds good. You can have that advantage. Not that it really matters if you're recklessing; it doesn't do that against you anyways. But
Yeah, I'm on reckless.
No.
with advantage,
Oh.
19 hits.
Wait, to get yourself into flanking with me, so you don't have to.
It's fine. It doesn't affect anything. Oh wow. Okay, 15 points of damage. That's really good. He is still in double digits though. Still hurting. He's looking bad though as that hit comes in. You still have a second swing with advantage.
Kill it. Kill it.
14 doesn't. 12 doesn't. No, you missed. We're gonna have to wait for Oris. Oris, come in. Be the savior. Shoot.
I guess it doesn't. I might as well use my Owl Soul from way back here because it's
Yeah,
like
shoot
plus
it.
8 anyways.
Yeah, finish it off. See that
Of course
epic.
doesn't help anything. So
Yeah, there you go. You hit for sure. 12 damage plus Kensei shot. Yeah, you don't even need to roll the second one. Good job. How do you want to finish it? What did you shoot? Right in the center of that big old eye?
yeah, it's a bullseye right in the eyeball. It's a eyeball in the middle.
And it like dies slowly. Like its body like floats. Oh shit! Let me double check because it might not. You know what? That's enough damage. That's enough damage that it can't even... You guys made sure your final hitting attacks were so strong, there was no chance of them reviving, because they all do have that undead fortitude. but the DC is based on how much damage you do, and you've done so much that no roll could possibly bring them back at 1 hit point. Which is good. It's good. Like that Kensei shot damage, it's probably making the difference here. As it falls down, and sadly, no, there's no spectator blood in that zombie beholder.
No, I was
Beholder
hoping to
zombie.
get the eye. I was hoping to harvest the eye.
Well, there's still a corpse there. Go ahead. Although there's an arrow in the eye now.
It's
Yeah.
a zombie beholder. It's not a real beholder eye. It's like dead.
Yes, but I'm sure that somebody could have a use for it.
How about you harvest like 3 eye stalks that still have eyes on them?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I'll let you do that.
One, though.
Yeah, those maybe.
I know you wanted the big one, but he wanted to shoot the big one.
Yes, I was like, no.
It's the epic way to kill it. You gotta kill it.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd like harvest some.
Yeah. They have, I believe, I'm gonna guess. I might be wrong. I think beholders have 11 or 9. It's an odd number. I remember being a question on Jeopardy, and I got it wrong. And a bunch of them are already like damaged or weren't functioning anyways. So you only managed to get 3 like
That was number I had in my head.
good eye stalks.
Yeah, like, yeah.
I mean, they're still undead, necrotic, like dilapidated eye stalks, but you know.
Excellent. That's what I was hoping for. Couple-
Cool.
There's no trace of the guy that plane shifted away or whatever.
No, not really. Do you guys want to take a quick, break? Yeah, we'll take 5 real quick, and then we'll jump back in, and you guys can kind of finish up what you want to do today. And I feel like we got enough time. We'll be able to do something cool to finish her off. I will be back in 5 minutes.
Alright, same.
Yeah. So, questions to anyone who's here.
Yeah, what's up?
Do we trust the Highmark Guild? You know,
I have
When-
literally no idea what that is.
Whimsy and her friends.
I don't know anything about them really.
Because I've been paying attention to both campaigns, and from what I can tell, they are war profiteers.
I have no I don't.
Okay.
I mean, even out of character, in character, I definitely don't know or care. I mean, I want to meet Whimsy in character. Just she's also a magic caster, and she wants to meet more people like that and learn. But there's
Yeah.
not a reason to trust or not trust her so far.
Okay. Yeah, because just out of character, I'm super suspicious of them. In character, I think they're the coolest thing ever. If that makes sense. In character, I think this is the coolest thing ever. We've got a ally, and they seem to be influential, and they're a bridge between the two sides, and that's great.
Talking about the
Okay.
Highmark Guild, aren't you?
Nope.
No?
Well, it's like I don't really know even super familiar with everything, but there's no way I know that, so I just
No way you know what.
no Whimsy really.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I want to meet her, obviously, because just people that are they're a magic caster and they seem to have some more knowledge than me, maybe. But that was a fun fight, I thought.
Yeah.
I actually really like a beholder being in there.
I mean, the Beholder was fun. I just enjoyed basic thing, the more mechanical. Oh my god, like, like Auras almost went down like in the beginning, and then from there it just felt like really tense the whole time, kind of, even though that didn't happen again.
Yeah,
And
that's
that-
why I wanted to
that-
roll those rolls.
That went so badly.
No, it didn't. What? Why did it go badly?
Uh,
Now you guys should put beholder zombies into your fight, into your party.
I mean, first of all, you have to remember that we've literally been in 2 fights today.
Yeah, this is your third fight of the day, so. And they were kind of big fights, so you should be a little bit worn.
Beat the hell out of these guys. I had literally this fight. Fjorn was down just a little bit, but he was like, I mean, he has like almost 50 hit points, so him going down sucked, but that's the whole point of a barbarian anyways, to be like the meat
Yeah.
shield. He kind of did a good job of that. And Oris did a good job up front, and then he went back and just used his arrow, which I think all of us did really good in the fight. I don't know about me, I just mean like for you guys, I feel like everybody did like a good work to their strength and stuff.
I really
don't know
thought
what
the
the mage guy would have done in if he'd gotten some actual actions other than fleeing.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
if I had had one more turn with that mage, I was going to cast Phantasmal Force on him and make him think that he was that he was undergoing experiments in a magical laboratory.
I think he probably still would have teleported away, but my thing was that it was annoying because it was actually a spell, but I'm like, I need counterspell. All I have is dispel magic. If I could have counterspelled, it would have been awesome.
Oh, when he tried to like leave, and you're just like, no, counterspell, you must stay.
If it was like a clean shift or something, and I was like, oh, and like tried to roll, and I got it, that would have been so cool.
Counterspell is one of the best spells in the game.
It's so great, and I didn't have to use shield like at all basically this time, which was awesome. So I would have been able to. Damn.
Yeah, nothing was trying to hit you with an attack roll. The beholder's just like, nah, you get hit.
Yeah, that was tense, and I don't have very good constitution. So, oh no, actually, the constitution one I still saved on it. It just did a lot of damage.
Yeah, it does damage no matter what. So I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I almost think that one's scarier than the disintegration. I mean, the disintegration ray is scary because you don't get downed. You're toast. But
Yeah,
the enervating ray is it hits you for half of 8d8 no matter what. So I mean,
What was the? Am I allowed to ask what the what the save was for the dex save for the disintegration one?
the save was always the same. It wasn't like it's a harder save for that one.
Okay. I thought maybe it would be a lower save because it's so.
Oh no, it's the same. And it was very realistic that you could have failed it, but it's also possible it would have rolled low on 10d8 damage, maybe.
Yeah, I could have rolled low too, because it's 10d. It's still a lot though.
It is a lot. It is a lot. Like I said, average 45. So, and because it's so many dice, the chances of it being like 10 damage is incredibly low. You're probably taking at least 20 realistically. But yeah, you guys made it. You guys defeated it. I'm very proud of you guys. Is everybody back?
Think so?
We might still be waiting on Fjorn, but that's okay. He'll just kind of hang. Oh, you're back? Cool. We're all here.
Yeah, that 10d8 for my 38 hit points. There was an 84.5% or almost 85% chance I was instantly dead.
Yeah.
It's the same for me.
But you had like a +7 on your dex, so you just don't fail your dex, right?
Well, somebody else had +7 on their con save, and it didn't help them.
That's right. A nat 1, like that's the thing. If you can give inspiration, but a nat 1 always fails, no matter what other modifiers or whatever you add on top. A nat 1 is a guaranteed fail. Just as a nat 20 is a guaranteed hit, no matter how much their AC or whatever. They could have AC 1,000,000 and you roll a 20, you still hit. So,
I have literally no con, so that not great.
Barbarian is actually pretty good because I believe he has proficiency in con, proficiency in strength, gets advantage on his strength saves when he's raging, and always has advantage on his dex saves.
Against things he can see, at least, yeah.
That's true. I mean, it's the middle of the day or the afternoon, so you guys
It's
are good.
supposed to, like, in case you get surprised or something, you don't...
Yeah.
It's like a danger sense, so you're like Spider-Man or something.
Yeah, Fjord's freaking badass, I would say. What would you guys like to do?
I want to go back to the podium.
Definitely. Yeah, you guys can go back to the podium.
And lick it. Is it made of salt?
It tastes like maybe marble.
It's marble, guys.
Like marble slab.
I'm not a dwarf, but I think this is made of marble.
Mm.
Can I open it?
Yeah, that slot or whatever that you had noticed before is popped open about half an inch, and you can get your fingers in and you can pull open a drawer.
It's a drawer.
Inside the drawer is it's a crown. I'm gonna just see what I wrote for this. It's a thin gold band that shimmers, and yeah, you don't know much about it just yet, but you guys can figure it out eventually.
Magical? Can I do Arcana or something? Or history?
It is magical, yeah. Yeah, you can make you can make an Arcana check on it.
Can I also do history?
Sure. Yeah. Actually, yeah. I know enough about this that I can give you a little bit, depending on
Okay, I'm
your
going to do
understanding.
Arcana first, see if I can figure out any properties. 24?
Wow. That's super good. I think I might just give you this information.
And then I'll do history and see if this helps anything. 15 for history.
15. Okay, so first off, you make the connection that this is somehow connected to the. This is also I'm guessing to do this you pick the crown up. As soon as you do, the podium, the book disintegrate, almost in a similar fashion to that ray we saw almost hit Oris. Almost as if the same magic that's destroying it is the same magic that maybe a beholder would have. Anyways,
Mick flinches super hard and looks around.
you guys are just standing in an open field. There's nothing else going on now.
We're good. We're all. It's okay, everybody. And I don't know if anybody else was scared, but she's like.
I think that I didn't just pee myself.
So, so you're putting a couple of things together here because of your history check. That he specifically had a beholder. There's something about the shape of this crown gives you a sense that maybe it has this like weird, like beholder undertone to it. You're not quite sure. You didn't get a whole lot with a 15, and honestly, that's not history related, anyways. But you can take the information about this magical item. It's a custom item I made. It's similar but different to the what's it called? Crown of Blasting, I think, or something like that. Something of Blasting, Circlet of Blasting. It's called the Crown of Rays. The Crown of Rays. If you put it in, you'll see what it does. It allows you to cast Ray of Frost at will, and it has actually, let me edit it. I had edited it. No, that's right. It has 3 charges, and you can spend, and they recover at dawn, so you get them all back. You can spend 1 charge to cast Ray of Sickness without using spell slots or mechanic components, or you can spend 2 to cast Scorching Ray, which is what the Circlet of Blasting normally does. So it's like a Circlet of Blasting with a bunch of other rays attached to it, which is why it has this kind of interesting, like, almost like you have the power of Beholder rays on your head, in a sense. Another cool thing you'll notice when you use it, is that as you fire the beams, the crown itself goes from shimmering and beautiful to looking like a tarnished, almost steel look. So if you ever want to wear it, like for role-playing purposes, it looks rich and expensive when it's fully charged, and as you expend the spell slots, it looks like a cheap piece of costume jewelry on your head. which is just a nifty little extra thing to it if you wanted to use that in some kind of roleplay sense. But yeah, it's a cool magical item for you guys.
So the Ray of Frost doesn't cost any charges?
No, it's a cantrip, so not that big of a deal. It just means you get a free cantrip available to you.
It was Ray of Frost. Can you just say them all again?
Yeah. Well, you can just look it up. Crown of Rays. I've made it as an
Scorching
item.
Ray is 2 charges, and Ray of Sickness is 1 charge.
Is one charge, yeah. So it kind of gives you this like almost beholder. You can using it almost will kind of make you feel like a beholder. Yeah.
It says ring, by the way, on the description, which I assume it should say crown.
Oh,
And
what?
it takes up a ring slot. It says the ring has
Oh,
3
the
charges
second
for the
part
following
says the ring has
spells.
3 charges. You probably just.
Oh, it's because I copied it from something else.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
that's my. Yeah, I'll fix that.
Damn. So does anybody else have until 13 plus?
I do.
Worse.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna offer it to Blambeard, but I feel like you could actually get more use out of it because I can actually take these spells, and also I already have Ray of Frost.
Oh. Okay.
Plus, I don't want to get all the freaking magic items. I already maybe have this ring, so I'm like, I kind of feel bad. But these are also really good. You also don't have a ton of. I mean, you have good damage. Like, you're like-
Scorching Ray is actually a really good spell. I'm a big fan
It's-
of Scorching Ray.
Yeah, that would be lovely. Thank you kindly. You.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, I already can kind of blast people, but I know you sometimes have trouble with, doing the blasting.
Yeah, like my damage output is tricky. If you didn't notice.
All right, so what's the plan? Going back?
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
go take a freaking sleep.
The bodies have the corpses of nothing of interest. I don't know.
Not really. You can dig through the gore if you want. I wouldn't recommend
No.
it.
I don't know. Or
Yeah.
it's just
Is there any
classic.
magical items in the corpses? No.
I took 3 eyes.
Yeah, you got eye stalks. They'll decay over time, but you do have them. Does anybody have? I believe was it? What's his name? Rim have alchemy. Is that right?
Yeah,
So,
he's alchemist.
if you want, when you go back, if you meet up with Rim, if I don't know what your plans are with these eye stalks, but if you want, he can like embalm them for you, so you can like keep them without them going bad or like stinking as you carry them around.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that. I plan for
It matters what you want to use these eye stalks for. If you're just gonna immediately try to like sell them somewhere, then you don't have to worry about that. But not that I think you should try to sell them. I'm not suggesting that. I have no idea. I'm not really sure if anybody wants a bunch of dead beholder eye stalks, but it's up to you.
I had the idea of turning them into a paste and making them into a basically a giant stink bomb on someone.
Well, it's definitely your decision to do what you want to do with it.
Like basically sneak into that place that bans me from entry, and just put it all in paint and basically make
Just like sheerly vindictively, like there's no benefit from this. You just like want to be okay.
All right.
He's
Well,
gonna light it on fire and then run away. Hide
Yeah.
on the porch.
Can I make a Molotov cocktail and then go and kill people? Well, I mean,
like
it's,
basically put this undead smear of beholder eye stalks all in the place to make it smell bad. But that was kind of the idea I had.
I don't understand. Alchemist fire and acid's all right, but the alchemist fire kind of sucks.
yeah, it does. But it's good for lighting things on fire.
Yeah, you can use it like anything. I don't know. It just kind of annoys
Yeah,
me
I guess if you know Firebolt, you're like, well, why would I get Alchemist Fire?
Yeah, or even a torch or something. It's just like it's the only good thing about it is that it sticks to people. I mean, I think they have to use like to stop it, which is
Ray of Frost is so good for me.
Ray of Frost is a nice one.
I made that a while ago because I was like, I want to make a thing that fires a bunch of rays. And then I was like, there aren't any more. That's it. Those are the 3 rays.
Hold up. So on the way back, shoot, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Oh. When I leaned over there, my hair went into my own nose. It was the worst feeling.
I think that we should try. I don't know. I think when we go into the Shadowfell with this noble fellow, we should keep an eye out for that guy, that mage.
Yes, I agree.
I think we got a bone to pick with him.
I agree. This spell, this Ray of Frost, has a better modifier than my crossbow.
Because it uses, what, intelligence instead of...
Dexterity.
Dexterity.
It's a +6 instead of a +5.
Nice. So you don't even need a magical crossbow anymore. You've got it.
Well, actually, a magical crossbow would give me a +1 to hit also. But it also gives me...
Only if it's a +1 crossbow.
But
and it's also better damage. The crossbow only gives a D6.
Cool.
Wait, no, it doesn't. A light crossbow?
Hand crossbow. Hand
Light
crossbow.
D8.
Okay. So you guys are going to head back. And, Sarge, you say you want to do something on the way back?
I was just mentioning that I think that we should, that we need to make sure that we keep an eye out for this mage fellow when we go into the Shadowfell.
Yes.
Who is he? No one knows.
I mean, isn't the next... So basically the next 2 missions that we can do are going to be like... Which we'll do later, obviously. But we can do are the Shadowfell one or the random hunting one, which sounds way less interesting to me.
You still have... What else was there? There was an escort, another escort quest, which is like out of town. You have to... It's just like some merchants that want to just be protected between here and a different town. Which I don't know if that interests you to like potentially go to another town, or you still really love it here at El Lowain. I'm not really sure. And then there was also the Grey Folk. You guys are 2/3 of the way researching that.
Well, I don't know if we can do much about that one. It's going to be... I mean, we can research, I guess.
Yeah. I have been kind of... I hope I've kind of been hinting as to what's working. I don't know.
Well, let's go sleep.
Or you can also learn how to tame owlbears. I mean, that's an option as well. You don't want to roll those dice? Just going to bed?
Oh, sure. Let's roll some dice.
Yes, I'll roll a die, you roll a die.
Yeah.
Alright, go for it. 2d6s.
Oh! Not a high one.
I think that's a good one. I think that's a good one. Finally, your soul magic is being repaid.
What's the healing? What?
Oh yeah, potion. Yeah, so that's the... I believe the lion's head comes up and gives you potion of healing material. Is it just one?
Yes.
Yeah, 1 potion of healing materializes in front of you. And the cool part is that the DM cannot limit you getting that roll. So even if I say, if I'm like, you guys have enough healing potions, you can't get any more from town, well, you could still potentially get up to 99 rolling them this way. I can't stop you, so.
Yes. I have 2.
How do I call it to roll?
I'll just roll a d6 and I'll tell you what you get.
The exclamation point roll.
Come on.
Yeah, unless the things at the left work for you.
4. Any one of those are going to be good. 2, 3, 4. I forgot I had that bead. I don't want to...
Come on.
It's true. You could have just thrown a fireball at those sons of bitches. I'm cursing a lot today. I don't know what happened.
It's not going through. I'm telling you, it's both of
You want me to roll it?
1d6.
It's a slash, not an exclamation mark. Just click the dice in the top left corner.
Yeah, the top left corner. You just go to the hover over the dice and then you click on the d6.
4's good.
A 4 I think is money.
It is.
30
It is.
gold.
It's 30 gold coins with a bag.
Hello?
Hello.
30 gold coins, bag. Hello?
Do we lose them?
Weird.
Well, yeah, you get some money. Yeah, a crown. You roll a crown, and then a bag of money appears. Woo! 30 gold coins. Oh, baby. Okay, yeah, so you head back to the Greasy Goblin, which you've now made your, like, home base. That's where Clementine knows where you are, and you go there. And Clementine is there as you go in for lodging, and he sees you guys are kind of beat up, and you explain what you've done. And she says she'll go investigate and make sure that legit. And you guys have your full long rest. You guys can heal back to full.
You hear me now? La la la.
You have like a good dinner.
Yes.
La la la.
Yes, we can hear you. You have a good dinner.
La, la, la.
What?
So obviously he can't hear us because I'm still talking.
Yeah.
Turn your volume up or something, bro.
There you are.
So you go back and you have your long rest. You have a good dinner. You have a good breakfast in the morning. Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
What did my Ford get me?
It got you 30 gold coins. 30 gold pieces. In a bag, if you care that it's in a little coin bag. Yeah, it just materializes in front of you using the soul energy that it sucked from May over like 4 days.
Oh shit! Right, I have the ring still. You guys want to leave that with me? Or just
Oh yeah, who wants to equip and have? It's gonna be quite a few temporary hit points.
I think it's.
Bjorn should take it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's up to Fjorn. I mean, it was his. I'm like,
Jordan, Mai's been borrowing your ring.
he gave it to me. I didn't like steal it off of him.
All right, so you can attune to that ring of numbness. I'm pretty sure I set it up.
You can just look it up.
I'm just pretty sure. I just want to make sure that when you attune to it, if it gives you the hit points or not. I'm hoping it does.
I don't know. It didn't do that for me.
It might not. I'll have to double check.
Oh wait, maybe. Oh yeah, no, it does. I didn't attune to it. That's why.
Okay, so if you attune to it, it should tell you have like, however, it should do the math for you and everything and give you your.
Oh wait, it didn't. Oh yeah, I did add it right.
That item I did properly. The Crown of Rays had a bunch of problems.
This item's terrible for me actually. I mean, it's good, but it's not great because I don't have very good con.
Yeah, it's better for someone with Constitution. Although it's level plus con, so once you're level like 15, the level is more important than the Constitution modifier. Anyways, the cool thing though is you'll always have that ability to like mess with someone and you can touch them and say other, and then they can't feel for 1 minute, which is kind of cool. Or if you ever need to do it on yourself, again, I'm not entirely sure when that'll be necessary, but it's much better than the ring was previously. Okay, so you guys wake up, you guys have your breakfast. Clementine comes back in, and she says to you guys, "Oh, you guys are up. You're up. I confirmed. Yes, you guys." I can't believe it. You removed the Crackleforge. I am so impressed.
Yeah, it was kind of a thing. You may want to pass on that there was someone there was another interested party who showed up while we were there. We don't know anything about him because he literally said nothing. We think he's an elf of some flavor, but we're not sure.
Well, he didn't say.
Flavor.
He knew what was going on. He said it wasn't. He something about the Crackleforge, but then he teleported back into like the Shadowfell or something.
Oh, the Shadowfell. That sounds dangerous.
Everything has to do with the Shadowfell around here.
Literally everything.
Well, to be fair, I mean, you can kind of assume it was the Shadowfell because zombies, but you don't know exactly where he went. Possibly he went to the Feywild. Possibly he went somewhere else entirely.
Maybe maybe he pulled zombies from the elemental plane of fire, but it was the Shadowfell, let's be honest.
Yeah, she also hands you each some platinum pieces. She says that the city was very grateful, and she gives you each 20 platinum.
Okay.
Which is 200 gold apiece, or 800 for the job. And she also lets you guys know this has been enough. They gave me some as well. I have to confirm, but I'm pretty sure this has cleared my name of being a mage whelp. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh,
20 platinum?
20 platinum, yeah, a piece.
Some.
So 800 for the job. Which is not as much as you're going to get from some of the other jobs, but it's still some money.
Yeah.
You weren't expecting any, so it's nice to get a little.
I wasn't expecting any money for this one, actually.
Yeah.
Cool. Now we're beloved by the entire town, right?
more or less.
I mean, yeah, right now you're building your respect, and you also get to tell people you're honor-clad when you want them to love you, so.
I would like to. I have an interesting question. Is there some sort of medical library, or not a medical library, but is there some place that specializes in researching or archiving medical stuff or study of old histories of like plagues or stuff? Some sort of super weird specific thing, like an old scholar of.
I imagine anything of that nature will be found at the Royal Library.
Okay, so like, if they're like, I was just wondering if there's any person who's like a scholar of plagues or.
You could speak with those at the temples, the healers there. They might be able to help you.
Okay, I was just wondering if like. We were just wondering because we're just, things come up and we're just wondering. Okay, we'll check out. I'll check in over there.
Oh, okay.
The library? I mean, I guess we can go. I probably should check in with Rim. Is he like leveled up at all yet? I don't know how long it takes.
I thought about it. I wanted to like make something happen when he leveled up, like have it be roleplayed a little, but maybe I can.
It's fine. No, I mean, like even if you just be like, oh yeah, if he.
I feel like he's getting really close. I feel like he's almost there.
I just don't. I mean, I don't really want to. Again, if I wanted, it couldn't be just me. I might figure out a way to do it, but I just need him to not be
instantly killed by a disintegration ray.
So he's low level, but he's also just like he's the same thing as May, kind of. I mean, he's the same, but like his personality is not a whole lot different yet. So I'm waiting for an inspiration or something like that because I don't really want to roleplay two of the same people.
Okay.
Except one.
Yeah, leave him there, and we'll see what happens then by next week.
Okay.
Unless you want to do that embalming thing. I know you were planning to like potentially have him do your business and like make potions for you and stuff like that. That was another thing you guys could be trying to do as well. I didn't write up official rules, but I know the basic rules. If you wanted to start your business, you could.
I mean, if I don't want to take up everybody's time, if you guys don't want to do that.
What would you guys like to do with your day?
Oris isn't too concerned. He's just gonna restock on his arrows.
Awesome,
He just needs like 8 arrows, and they're like 0.6 each. So
Sounds
4.8
good.
gold.
Yeah, I mean, what 0.6? What 0.6?
0.6 gold pieces per arrow. It looks like.
What? No, they're not that expensive.
Oh, for a bundle of 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just take 6 silver away or 1 gold piece if you don't want to round, and yeah, you're stocked with arrows.
I
Hey,
like to
Fjorn,
buy-
what do you think?
I'm sorry.
I was asking Fjorn what he.
Oh, I see. It's 0.6 because I have 12, so it's 0.
Oh, it would be 1 gold for. I see. Or whatever it
For
is,
20.
2 gold for 20 or something like that. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm
Just-
low on
you can-
phosphor bolts too.
Yeah. Why? You got your frost ray.
Yeah, but just in case.
Gets to shoot out of your forehead.
Just in case. I'd like to get another 20 crossbow bolts.
Definitely, yeah. Not a difficult thing for you to do. You know where to go now. You can go right into the bazaar and buy them. You can look up the prices. I'm okay with that.
Can I get 3 more swords?
3 more short swords?
I'm just kidding.
I mean, you can. I don't know why, but
Because it looks awesome, you know.
I just want to strap them to my back, and then people will be like, "Whoa, what's she gonna do with all those swords?" And I'll be like, "Nothing. It's just there for looks."
My back, and then I want one on both of my hips, and then I want one
Yeah.
a little bit long, like a long sword.
And then I want to buy a dagger, and I want to tie it to my boots so I can have a knife on my shoe.
Yeah, I want to have a dagger on each of my boots on both sides, so 2 daggers on either side. One on each of my arms, and
then you're instantly reminded of that time where you couldn't let go of a knife.
Yeah, because this way I can just hit people with my arm and there's a dagger on it.
Okay. Yeah, you guys do a quick shop.
1 gold piece for a pack of
Bolts. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm gonna get a package of crossbow bolts.
Yeah, it's good. I don't really need to know about your like under 5 gold purchases. You can just kind of do them when you're in town. And you just tell me. You just be like, I'm buying a couple of things. I'd be like, okay.
I guess if it's gonna be a little bit for everyone to shop or stuff, I might stop by the library really.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh right, I forgot I have spells. Let me see what's.
Yeah, you would have had a little bit of time last night too. Everybody else had to sleep for longer. So did you want to do retroactively something over those 4? Like,
Yeah.
How long did you need for a spell?
I don't know. Let me grab my notebook really quick. 1 sec.
I think you can probably learn the 3rd level one if you want. I think it was like 6 hours or something. That's probably enough.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
If you want Anime Dead, because that seems like the one you were most enticed by.
That's such a good
I
spell.
wanted to end that mage dude and take his body.
Take his buddy.
Oh yeah.
I guess we're all becoming necromancers. You guys want to be necromancers? You guys want to be necromancers that summon beholders? That'd be sweet.
Oh. Where is it?
Oh, that's not it. Where's...
Did I not write it down? Maybe I didn't write it down. I thought I wrote it down.
the cost of learning spells? I know it's not halved. You have to pay full price, but it's cheaper because you have the quill.
Oh, I don't remember the spells. Oh wait, it was false life, blindness, deafness, and enemy dead.
Mm-hmm.
I know I had it written down. Oh, okay. So it was 6 hours, 4 hours, and 2 hours. I think is what it was. So I think I already got false life.
Yeah, I think you might have already.
Let me look in my book.
I forget. I think the quill decreases the cost of each one by like 20 gold or something like that as well. I forget.
Yeah.
So I mean, keep that in mind. You're just getting all the goodies.
I don't know. Whatever. We can go. You guys go do stuff, and I'll catch up in a moment. Let me just figure it out.
You're doing it the night before. I mean, it's all good.
Yeah, it's not like we're gonna use it right away. So I'll just gonna.
I'd like to see if there is a shop in town that sells magic weapons.
No. All right, sure. Roll investigation.
I know there's. Outside of everything, I know there isn't. But I'd like to walk around town and look for one. That's a different question.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm doing?
Yeah, that's fine.
Black market.
I'm so confused. Wait, what are you doing?
I'm going to walk around town and look for a shop that sells magic weapons or magic stuff in general.
Oh.
Magic stuff.
That's-
Like,
Sweet,
yeah.
sweet stuff.
and I don't. And that's a number.
Oh, that's not what I wanted.
Almost got a natural 1.
Yeah. You ask around and you try to like figure out what's up.
So
You
close to
think
natural 1.
maybe, possibly, you might be able to find connections to people like that. Like you might there's some import to the city, probably in the more like richer parts of town, like the nobles probably have the ability to get stuff like that in. You feel like you might be able to find connections to more advanced imports if you had clout within the marketplace. Like maybe if you guys set up shop and were there for a while, you might be able to.
Okay, good to know.
What was the deal
Just
on
wanted
setting
to
up
know,
shop?
It costs. Okay, if I remember the money, I'm trying to find all of my notes here. I was trying to find the one with all the spell books for library searching, but you just went there to copy a spell anyways, so it's all good.
I was just checking that just to
Starting a business. So to start, if you want to start a business, the basic math is you need 2,000 gold to open a stall, to open a market stall in the town. And then you have to pay another 250 gold to open a trade line, which is where you get to like say I'm importing paper goods or I'm importing whatever. It doesn't matter what the thing is, you'll always make the same amount of money no matter what you choose. It always costs 250, and basically every supply line you have will increase, or trade line will increase how much you make per week from the business. As far as number crunching goes, and what you choose to import affects you in any role-playing standpoint. Or if you want to, like, if you say I want to import iron, and then like later you're like I want to make some swords, well, you're gonna have a cheaper time doing it because you already have like an in with ironwork or whatever. So it's just kind of like a cool thing. You get to. It's really hard to predict what you'd want to do that stuff with. But if you wanted to buy potion supplies, which is one of the things we're talking about, like the herbs and materials for making potions, then you might decrease the cost of doing that stuff. So it's 2,000 up front. And then you have a stall. You don't have to pay anything more for that stall. You have it forever. It's 250 gold per supply line that you want. And then every week, a full week, which is 7 days, you'll return 75 gold gained. And that's forever. So just from those numbers alone, you might come to the conclusion that it doesn't seem that immediately worth it. Because it's going to take you months to recoup the initial investment. But you can have more than one supply line per employee. You also have to pay a very nominal fee per week for an employee. I forget what I charged. 3 gold a week. So, and each employee can handle up to 3 trade lines worth of goods, and you can have up to 3 employees per stall. So theoretically, you can, if you wanted to cap out a market stall immediately, it would cost you 250 times 9 for the trade lines. You get to pick 9 things to import, another 2,000 for the stall itself, and you would be making whatever 75 times 9 is. I should have just made it 10. Would have been real easy math. Let's just pretend it's 10, so it's like a little over 4,000 gold to max it out. Bonus. And then you make almost 1,000. You make 750-ish, 700 gold a week. Minus whatever it is, 9, 10 gold for the employees. Cool. So yeah, I mean it's a really long-term investment, but it's forever, and you also have the cool like our role-playing bonuses with like, oh, if I want to import, fancy inks and paper, then maybe the cost of your copying of spells will go down a bit. If you want to import
cosmetics and wigs and such.
Sure, yeah, you were gonna do like disguise materials and stuff like these are things that could potentially come down the road to help you. I mean, when you're like level 10, level 12 and stuff like that, you're gonna have so much money. But certain projects cost a ton. Like for example, I've heard of people wanting to like build like a boat or something, or build like a small settlement. These things are very expensive, but if your trade lines are related to them, then it can kind of make sense that, oh, you're selling lumber for the last, however many years, or you're selling, you never know. So anyways, that's something to think about, but definitely no rush on it because, like I said, you probably don't have that much money. Like, it's such a big chunk of your total money that you have right now. Maybe it's not worth it.
I
Yeah,
need
I don't
about
think we can
5
afford
times.
it.
I need about 5 times as much money as I have right now just to get
Yeah.
started.
Well,
Yeah.
again, you could just for the minimum cost to get started is 2,250 gold because you'd only need one supply line to start it.
And I have
Um,
524.
Keep in mind also that guys could pool for the money cost, as well as the one guy is willing to give you 2,000 gold up front already and 2,000 on the return for that one job. So I mean,
Yeah, I don't really want to make a company right now.
no,
It's not-
no, I don't think you guys are all that interested in it. I mean, just throwing it out there because you were curious, but I mean, it's not as expensive, or it's not a brick and mortar shop. It's just a stall in a bazaar, so the total costs are relatively reasonable. You don't have to pay like a rental price. You don't have to pay like there's a lot more. The other guys wanted to do one in the city, and I'm like, well, there's going to be a lot of like hidden costs and things you're not thinking about.
All right, I'd like to see about getting the oil and such for the recipe.
Okay, yeah, sure. So you look around town and you try to find stuff like that in Elwayne, alchemic oil, or maybe even spectator blood, and you don't, even with that roll, you find that nobody really knows where you might find that.
Wait, didn't we find him in the shop? The potion guy?
The potion guy? Yeah, you can go speak to him. He doesn't have alchemic oil. He's a little bit not sure what that is. He's like, oh, I've heard of like alchemic fire. I've heard of like other types of oil, but I haven't heard of specifically alchemic oil. You even like kind of show him the book, and he's like, well, I don't speak Sylvan. And you explain it to him, and he's like, still not really sure what that is.
To speak Sylvan, to read it. God.
I mean, you explain it to him, but he's still like, I don't know. I've made potions all my life, and I'm not sure about this.
Right. Okie dokie then.
You might be able to find some stuff in the library, maybe, just because it's just general like elven knowledge, and maybe possibly. But as for just like asking random people around town, you haven't really gotten any good leads
Okay.
on that stuff.
All right. That's a thing.
So did you end up taking Animate Dead? Is that what you did? And you spent the gold?
Yes, I will. I just need to figure out how much gold I'm calculating.
Okay, no problem.
But yeah, so Shadowfell.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Yeah.
I said it 3 times for each of the people involved.
And you guys just were like, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, the upgrade people, I
Tugs
don't care about them because they don't care about each other.
Okay. You're so close to completing that one, but that's fine.
that one, I don't. What else would we do? Go study in the lab?
Yeah, basically.
I mean, we can do that. I'm gonna be in the lab. I could.
It's your choice. If you wanna solve that quest instead of learning Animate Dead, you can.
I'll go into the library and read the.
I can do the spell thing, and everybody else can go research. I mean, I'm technically the.
No, so wait, I gave you Animate Dead the night before.
Yeah, I already did Animate Dead. I can mean. I can do. I mean, the last one, blindness, deafness, I still have to grab.
Yeah, you could also search for other spell books, which is what I was trying to find the information for, because that, like I said, I wanted you to find a spell book that gave you knock, and then you were going to use that to open the undead book, but the necromantic book, but you just opened it with dispel magic. I was like, oh yeah, I guess that works. So I mean, there's more stuff there if you're interested in searching for more magical knowledge or whatever.
I mean, blindness, deafness isn't amazing. I guess I'll for that.
Blindness stuff is garbage.
Just 3 random necrotic spells.
You don't have to use it. It's very, very specific, so I'm probably not going to use it much. It's kind of funny. You can use it, right?
Yeah, if you use it on Fjorn, then he can't see dexterity saving stuff coming at him.
Deafness can actually be a good thing with certain creatures and stuff.
That's true. If you're gonna fight some Gorgons, or like a Medusa, you just be like, hey, everyone's
Banshee.
That's true. Can't hear that wail.
It
Okay.
only targets one.
Yeah, cool. I can.
It's got to learn
spend-
silence.
So 180.
Is it over here? Where did I put this?
Excellent.
Oh, this is frustrating me because I know I'm
going to start playing music outside out in the street and just go to a Pied Piper style walk around the streets or just want to walk around the streets playing music as a sort of street performer type thing.
sure.
Just to see if anybody or just to sort of I'm bored out of my mind, I am going to
You're bored. Why are you
You're hoping
bored?
somebody throws you some coins to make a few bucks.
I could
no,
use some help,
more of
maybe, but
no, it's more of I'm gonna be people watching and I wanna see how people react to how people react to music. To this new stimulus. And
I mean,
so I'm just gonna play-
they've heard music before.
yes, but I can't tell that because these people are so annoying. So I'm gonna play music.
Okay.
They're so
Yeah, they're annoying.
That's
Yeah,
why-
why not?
I'm getting annoyed by them this a little bit, and so I'm going to play music and try and be cheery and try and be amazing, and I'm going to play a Silent Whisper or whatever, and I can't do it. You know what Silent Whisper is by Caesar?
Sure.
I'm gonna play that, and I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna walk around the street, people watching, as that goes. As I see how that goes and see how people
Okay.
react to it.
That's fine. You can do while you're doing that. I'm just to get us through this, and then we'll stop until next week. I'll just give you this. So when you guys search, just because it's been a while since we've done this, I'm gonna speed through it a bit, which kind of sucks. But after searching through for more information on the Gray Folk in the library, you find the third piece of information. There's a book. You find. I can't remember. I think it's May. You said he was doing. Anyways, you find this book in the restricted section that talks about psychic infections. You learn that there's a monster that's similar to Beholders, but is different kind of monster, but is kind of mental in that respect. That likes to infect people with psychic diseases. That is passed on through the thoughts and the populace, and you hear it and you're reading that and you're like, oh, that sounds like the thing that I was reading before, so maybe this is connected. The best defense against this kind of a thing is to just isolate the people or potentially use some kind of magic to psychically extract the infection. It doesn't specifically mention the Gray Folk, but the way they spread, psychic diseases spreading, does sound a lot like the empathy spreading that you'd heard before, and this kind of links it. So now you're like, okay, I kind of got the pieces. You're like, they turn colors because possibly there's some kind of creature trying to slowly infect the populace, maybe to eat them because their flesh tastes different. You're like, okay, this is enough. This is enough. You feel confident to take it to the Temple of Saloon and get your reward from them. So when you give them this information, they say, okay, this is great. They do think it's a little weird, but you're like, well, where can I find someone who might be able to psychically extract stuff? You get the name out of them. They mention the name Hekram, which you might find familiar when you hear it. They says that he specializes in like psychic or just like powerful magics. He doesn't. They didn't explain where you can find this guy, but they've heard of him. He's been in town in the last however many hundred years that elves live, so they know of him. And one last thing, I know you guys wanted to mention something. They also offer to teach May a custom spell that I made. If you're interested, it's called Saloon's Grace, and they give you the scroll to learn it. so you can learn it just like any other spell. You can look it up. I made a custom spell called Saloon's Grace. It's Abjuration if you care, and you can learn it at your will if as you would any other scroll.
That's awesome.
It's funny because you were like, I want to make a spell, and I'm like, I already made you one a while ago. I don't know if it's exactly what you want, but it's pretty cool.
Totally.
It does like a whole bunch of funky things, and honestly, it feels like I just gave May like all the rewards to this day. But I think it's been a long time coming, and honestly, you guys, there are rewards coming down the pipe for other people in different respects. So I hope you guys aren't jealous.
Had all of them, but technically I don't have any of the stuff from earlier on. I gave the ring back to
Yeah,
Revolver, and then
that's true.
and then the circlet or the crown or whatever would have been fine for me, but I think it's the boss.
Yeah, that's true. I guess you gave that to Blanford. So it's more like I'm saying Fjorn and Oris didn't get anything yet. Anyways, I just wanted to get through that because you guys don't seem to really care about the Grey folk. So that completes that quest line.
Blanford cares about them. I care about them. But I'm just like...
Yeah, the one thing that hangs is that you learn about the name Heckram, and...
Heard of him.
Yeah, so now that's kind of playing into where that comes from, and it'll tie into other things as we go.
Like, I care about them, but I don't want to empathize with them or have any
That's
feelings
true.
about them.
If you empathize towards them, you get the disease. So I guess you can't feel for them, or you'd become gray.
Like, I'm being very careful to have no feelings towards them. That's why I'm playing music to see how other people feel about me. Well,
Oh, okay. That's what the connection was. I didn't realize.
Can I do something for like the last thing?
Okay, sure. Yeah. What do you want?
I want to this might totally not be how it looks, but I'm just assuming since it says it on the item itself, there's some way I know. So I'm gonna hold up one of the dice to everybody and be like, guys, look, and maybe they can't read it, but it says Heckram on it.
Yeah, there's a connection there. There's a connection between the dice and then like you're even like they mentioned like a beholder like creature. Now you're like maybe the crown's connected. Maybe like you're wondering about things, and maybe it's connected. Maybe it's not. DM's just putting seeds out there, and definitely yeah. If Oris wants to do some research more on Revenants, I mean it has been another day, and since you guys have spent some time, you'll probably hear back from the Black Fang as well, starting next week. So I'm going to call her because we're a little over already. If you guys want to say goodbye, 3, 2, 1.
bye.
Bye.
I hope anyone watching had a good time. We stream on Sundays and Wednesdays campaigns. They're two different parties in the same world that kind of interact and influence each other. Sometimes they learn stuff that impacts on the other party, and vice versa. In addition to that, on Thursdays now I've been running this thing called Monster Bash. The rules are in the Discord at the bottom. You should join in. It's super easy to play. If you're interested in playing some Dungeons & Dragons but don't have time to, or don't want to be online, all you do is you drop in a cool group of monsters, and then I Battle Royale them. It's actually not a Battle Royale. It's tournament style. Fight monsters against monsters, D&D style. And people have been really into that, so it's a fun little tidbit of D&D if you don't find you can do the full 3 hour or however much commitment D&D normally is. So yeah, I recommend it. Click Discord, doesn't cost you anything. Go take a look. The custom rules are there as well, or you can ask somebody for anything beyond that. Questions, love it. Hope to see people next time. Thank you for watching.